Hail and well met. Welcome to the Westgate Irregulars. I am Eric Scott DeVee, the DM of this campaign most of the time, and these are the Dungeon Scrawlers. You also see a brand new face here, which is Nathan Crowder. He is a local author here in Seattle, does lots of gaming, has been my friend for many years. He writes about superheroes a lot. That's what he's been doing the last few years. And he is our guest DM for this game, which is essentially a standalone, which is canonically agnostic because we're between seasons. So we're just kind of doing some fun stuff and experimenting and seeing how it goes. So, Nate, welcome to the show. Good to have you. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Most of my friends call me Nate. It's how I appear on Twitter as Nate Crowder. I've been gaming for an obscene amount of time. Actually, this year marks 4 decades of rolling dice.
Ooh, nice.
And I've been running games for most of that, off and on. I'm sort of genre agnostic. I tend to write a lot of fantasy, some science fiction, urban fantasy, fair amount of horror, and superheroes have really been my bread and butter for the last year or two, where I co-created the Cobalt City universe, which is a sort of shared universe for superhero stories that Eric has written some things in. Speaking of Eric, we're going to kick it back to him.
Awesome. I'm still Eric DeBee, and take it away, Aaron.
Hi, I'm Erin M. Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels Saga, a 6-book series set in Forgotten Realms. I'm also the host of Champions of Lore on Mondays at 11 on C&E Games Twitch channel with B. Dave Walters and Trevor Bettis, where we talk about the Forgotten Realms lore behind Idle Champions. And for the next couple of weeks, I'm playing Havilar in Idle Champions Presents The Unfair Seas, which airs on the same channel from 4 to 7 Pacific time. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about our sponsor. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons and Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure, which includes Frida and Havilar from the Brimstone Angels novels. The game is available for PC and Mac on Steam and Web, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices. Right now is Fleet's Wake. There's lots of cool piratey stuff happening, including some excellent skins for the characters involved in Idle Champions Presents The Unfair Seas. Specifically, Havilar has a fantastic, fancy, ruffly, ribbony pirate costume complete with a harpoon glaive, and I love it. And if you get it, you can also see there are subtle, delightful changes to her imps. That
Havilar.
And just as another reminder, Idle Champions presents in The Unfair Seas. That's the whole title. Has a lot of really excellent stuff that happens in the actual play game affects things that happen in Idle Champions, and things that happen in Idle Champions, specifically votes that you can make in the game affect things in the actual play game. So for example, today there was a vote about who the Hollyphant we met last time prefers to befriend. Is it Baloth the Entertainer, or is it Havilar? And other cool votes will be happening throughout the week to determine elements of the game. So check it out. And if you don't know, one more thing, there is a code below. If you type that into the chat, it will give you an Electrum chest with super cool items and guaranteed gems. So pop that in, tell us what you got. I hope it's something shiny. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you should check them out at idlechampions.com. That's going to be a little extra long for a couple of weeks. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, good job getting all that out there. I mean,
Well done. Yeah, good job.
Impressed.
I got the same stuff. So I'm Rhiannon Held. I write urban fantasy is Rhiannon Held, and space opera is RZ Held. And you may be noticing a trend. We are all writers or authors of some stripe. So if you are curious about the kind of things we write, there's the Amazon widget on our Twitch page, and then on our website, dungeonscrawlers.com, you can look at various of our books, and also check out our guest, check out Nate's stuff on the socials or wherever, and look at his stuff too.
Hey, I'm Yang Yang Wang. I am a writer and a filmmaker.
Hi, I'm Stephen Merlino. I'm a fantasy writer and a teacher.
Hi, I'm Randy Henderson. I got a THACO doctorate in the 90s, and I was going to be a human THACO calculator. That didn't pan out. So now I'm trying to pitch Idle Spampions, So you know how they like make all the faces out of pancakes and whatnot? I was thinking I could carve them out of Spam and like make a show of that, but they haven't gotten back to me, so I don't know what's up.
That sounds delicious.
Idle Spampians.
That's going to be a hit.
Hashtag Idle Spampians. Get
Yeah,
it
you
going.
hear that, viewers? We can make this happen. Let's work
You
together.
just put 'em back to
Oh my
back.
god. What if it got going and then they asked me, like, I don't know, I could
You're
not
like,
carve Spam.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
No,
don't
others.
worry,
We can
don't
make this
worry.
happen.
I love that
Yeah.
as a back-to-back griddle champions, where
Yeah.
Lee makes the pancakes that look like Idle Champions characters, and then Idle Spampions. It's brilliant.
Sounds like a wonderful brunch is what that does. Well, if Randy's not on the show next week, you know that worked out. So,
Right.
He's living in the dream.
As soon as I
Oh,
get that
no,
show,
there's a
I'm
hashtag.
out of here.
They started a hashtag, Idle Spampions.
as I was saying, Nate is running the game for us tonight. I am playing Sarshan because, I don't know, he's just really fun. And you will also notice that Yang Yang is not playing Stong as usual because Stong is still in jail. Instead, he's playing Nala, an old friend of the Irregulars. So, without further ado, take it away, Nate.
Okay, well, I guess here we are. Well, Nala, we're going to start with you. You've got some interesting news for the rest of the party, who is all gathered around. Actually, where are all of you? Are you just waking up from your morning, or are you still you recovering from a night of heavy drinking,
Or from being cats.
or from being cats?
Or being out on the town with a certain red dragon.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We have several places that we live in the city. There's Briar House, which is primarily where Artemisia lives. Sturge has rooms there, so does Rogar. Cecilia and, by extension, Starshan have been staying at a variety of places. Like there are
All of
several
our
places,
stuff
right?
is everywhere.
Exactly. We're so disorganized.
You're all spread out. You need to
We're
consolidate.
a bit of a
Part
mess.
of the problem is our houses keep disappearing. So, or being, destroyed by perfectly understandable accidents involving evil ducks.
It just makes you a rental risk. So you
Well, you can
gotta
Come to
Hey.
Briar House for breakfast. Artemisia puts on a good spread by me, which I mean, she hires someone to put on a good spread.
I would believe that Cecilia would eat breakfast at Briar House. She might have slept at Briar House. I don't know.
So the chat
She's
gave,
definitely still asleep.
the chat gave bling bling to Sarshan. What is
250
that mean
gold.
again? 250 gold. Ah.
And-
Cecilia, I have news. I have lucked into something of great value.
You just pick something up on the street.
Well, it's this coin purse. As I spend most of my time as a wolf, I do not know how much this is worth. Here, I'll give it to you.
All right. I'll hang on to it.
I think it's at that moment that Nala would knock on the door outside to Dark Dance Manor. So
I
you
think we're
hear
at Briar House.
3 sharp raps.
Right.
Oh, Briar House.
Yeah, probably.
Well, first she starts at Dark Dance Manor, and when nobody answers, then
Mirren shows up and she's
going around random
Nala,
places.
how is the self-propelled wheelchair I enchanted for you working out?
oh, this is great. It's amazing. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. If you're looking for the Irregulars, I think they're at Briar House.
Oh, that's exactly where I was going to check next.
Assistant DM, off. Go.
All right. So,
Okay. You arrive at Briar House. There's at least some sounds of activity going on inside. Someone's awake.
Rogar would be like he misses giving everyone his morning sermons. So anybody there, he's happily like giving a sermon about the wonders of Sharandlar and how wonderful love is, and gazing over at Ruin and blushing and
Well, Artemisia will listen. She'll have her morning tea, and she totally looks like she's listening. Very polite, very attentive.
Celia has 100% fallen asleep to this sermon, much like previous ones. It's so soothing.
I'm not really following it, but
No.
I do like his voice.
Dirge comes down the stairs, doesn't look up, walks straight into the kitchen, finds coffee.
Okay then.
Well, those who did listen to my wonderful sermon, I think you get like 11 additional hit points. Was it 11 or
What if you listen to it
it has been so
like
long?
subliminally?
Yeah,
'cause
11.
We're absorbing it.
You get
while we're
11
asleep.
subliminal hit points.
I,
It'll be very handy in subliminal combats.
through my inspiring leader.
Don't you want to be the DM I like more? Don't you want to bribe me into being
Yeah,
like,
that's
Eric,
right.
why can't you be more like Nate?
I'm gonna do that anyway.
Wow, our viewers are just handing out money like left and right.
It is
Cecilia and
crazy.
Rogar both get 250 gold.
Why
So-
do you think for Artemisia?
The noise was, as pointed out previously, there's a bug in D&D Beyond that when I try to reset my hit points, it does something kooky. So if anybody notices I suddenly have 23 hit points, that's because I'm still fixing it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Artemisia is trying to keep this
84.
household together and buy the food that you're eating. No one gives her money.
You should probably ask us to pay for things.
Shay just gave you some money, Artemisia. But you also hear 3 sharp raps at the door.
Artemisia will get up and get it.
Well, behind the door, you find Nala, who you have not seen for a little while, who is apparently traipsed all over the city looking for you all.
Yeah, so since the last time you saw Nala, she seems to have changed a bit. There is like this glowing flicker of energy in her eyes when you gaze at her. But she looks up at you from where she's sitting in her combat wheelchair. And I'd like to just give a quick shout out to Sarah Thompson, who made the combat wheelchair. You could check out her work at Mustang Art on Twitter. And she says, Artemisia, I've got a job for you guys. Is everybody
Oh.
here?
Certainly, they're back in the kitchen. Would you like to come through?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh,
And-
Stone, I could start my sermon over if you need.
You may remember that there were sort of like stairs. It's a older house, and it wasn't quite even floor and whatever. But actually, as Nala rolls through, the floors are all perfectly even, and it's really great for wheels. And so there's no problem with clearance in any of the hallways. Like, so maybe you remembered wrong about how our house was before, but now it's great.
Wow. An accessible space in Westgate. It's amazing.
Artemisia has a certain degree of control over the physics of Briar House.
Oh, awesome.
It's pretty cool.
She doesn't realize it.
Nope, it just happens subconsciously.
Okay. So you get shown in. The other members of the Westgate Irregulars gather around, coffee in hand, tea in hand. Nala, your charge, the person you're supposed to be transporting, is currently being held at the inn, sort of locked into a storeroom and under close lock and key. But they're not sure how long that person's going to be secure there. So
Okay.
time is a little of an essence.
Okay, so Nala wheels into the eating area and she sees the irregulars like eating their brunch. How far into the brunch are y'all? Because that will determine how deeply she sighs.
I think it just started.
Yeah.
The carb spam has not yet shown up.
Well, I think
fully
Nala.
believe Cecilia eats like this.
Darshan is looking for the rarest pieces of meat, the ones that are the least dead. Ah,
We got posture checked. People sit up.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Dekian.
I think Nala will wheel up to the table, and she is going to. Man.
Sturge hands her a plate.
Oh, well, thank you. She's going to start filling it with some food also. But she's going to try to fill it with like a really large amount of food, like more than she could possibly eat, to sort of like force there to be less food for everyone else to consume so that brunch will end faster.
When Sturge sees this, he's going to start putting sausages on his own plate before she can get to them.
Competitive eater.
So about this, you said a job for us?
Yes, Artemisia. So I'd heard that you might be a little bit short on gold, and I thought this might be a good opportunity for all of us.
Yes, please. I'm there.
Don't you usually do jobs with Scarecer and Lady Kiko?
Yes, Lady Kiko. She's busy taking care of the orphanage and my kids and her kids. And Scarecer, I don't know where she's gone since the incidents in Westgate with Stong, my irresponsible bull shark roommate. So let me tell you about this job.
Okay.
I was contacted because there was an innkeeper who was suspicious of a foreign traveler in his inn. And so they set their 2 daughters to keep an eye on this traveler. This traveler was literally caught with his pants down and some sensitive documents in his possession.
Where were those sensitive documents?
What was he
did
doing to the
not wanna
documents?
ask
In his
details.
pants. Intrigued.
The daughters would be most interested in telling you at some later date.
Hmm.
They did not.
You see, I have always thought that pants betrayed one. Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah, I've been
always
telling
thought-
you, Cecilia.
Paula,
I
I
always
worked
thought it
so
was-
hard to get to this point, and you're undermining me here.
Sorry.
I always thought
So-
it was weird that documents could be sensitive also, but now I understand how that's possible. So
How? How is it possible?
So
some areas are more sensitive than others, right? So-
Nala,
what?
what is the job part?
Quest.
Nala sighs deeply again
Yeah.
and looks at Cecilia and
Girl, I'm
says,
with you.
I am impressed you put up with this bull shark all the time. So, anyways, they determined that this person was a captured spy. And
Ooh.
the spy was quick to point out that he could be worth some serious gold to the right people. And so he wants to negotiate a ransom for himself. The innkeeper then reached out to me for my assistance. And so I reached out to Scarecer and Lady Kiko, but they are indisposed. So now I'm reaching out to you.
Who are the right people?
Anyways,
No, I thought that was a
For
very
the-
good
for
question,
the-
especially
who
for my
are
9
we,
intelligence.
who are we negotiating with? Who is he negotiating with? Because honestly, this sounds like a lot of shenanigans.
so the spy claims to be working on the behalf of Cormyr.
Or beer. Was that those like purple Dragon Ball bags that stopped us on the road with
They took, they
that
took like
dwarf
all
of
of our money.
Avatar?
That guy was the worst.
It was the worst.
What's a ransom? Sarshan asks.
Sometimes you give people money so that you can swap for somebody.
Huh. My appreciation for the ridiculousness of commerce deepens every day.
So are we selling him into slavery then?
Yeah, who are the right people? Who are we taking him to?
Cormyr is not a slaving nation.
But we're taking money for him? I don't I'll just trust you.
Yeah. I mean, we're basically facilitating an exchange of a prisoner in return for ransom money, and we'll get a handsome cut.
Oh,
Do
I
you
see.
know what he was spying on?
That is outside my
The
pay grade.
innkeeper's daughters from the sound of it.
I mean, this spy is questionable, questionable talent if he's going to get caught in a situation like that, but he's worth a good bit of coin. It's definitely worth it for all of us.
I don't have anything else to do.
If this were a spy from Fae, I would say no, hang him. But Cormyr, sure,
Oh,
good money.
aye. That sounds like no one will die and we might actually save a life. So I'm definitely down for that.
I mean, I don't know our negotiation skills. I mean, are
What are
hiring
you
someone.
talking about? I'm amazing at convincing people to do things.
You are,
It is.
but
I am wearing a shirt.
while everybody else is helping.
See, we got a whole package going on here.
See?
And if I can teach him about Sharindlar, maybe he could spread the word in Cormyr where that Abathor ball bag was and like get a foothold there. That'd be good.
We shall
Well,
take
Be a
the
captive
quest.
audience too.
You know.
Literally, yeah.
The daylight is ticking outside,
It's
and y'all
coming.
don't want this money. I mean, I
We're
can go find some
agreeing
other
with
people.
you.
Let me
Okay.
get the bag.
This was the quickest decision we have ever made.
That is probably
Yeah.
true.
I think it's because it doesn't involve any of our family members for once. So
It's a couple of days on the road, a little bit of money with a stranger.
So we're gonna get on the road. Hey.
But
Oh yes, we
Artemisia has
should
to pack.
probably get this person.
Where do we have to take them to?
There's an abandoned shrine to the east of why do I have this here? To the east of Tezir, about a day east. There used to be a fort there, but the fort was abandoned eventually, and everything else there just sort of fell into ruin. And it's a good place halfway between Cormyr and Westgate.
Okay.
So they've agreed to send a small battalion of men to exchange gold for this individual named Rafe Giacomo.
That is an excellent spy name.
It sounds like
Considered.
the kind of name of a spy who would not only be spying, but be getting with the innkeeper's daughters.
Get caught in flagrante delicto.
Artemisia, you have not seen this cool, tall drink of water
Oh
yet.
no!
So maybe.
Artemisia! Artemisia!
What? What? I have not done a thing. Why would you assume this about
Just because he's
I'm
played
gonna
by
go-
Mads Mikkelsen from the Vikings film.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go pack.
Yeah, it's only a couple days out and a couple days back, so you don't have to prepare for too much.
Well, she is gonna ask Nala like if there's
Okay.
any hints as far as like should she be super fancy dressed up to impress or like trying to lull them into a false sense of security and dressing down a little bit, or there are gradations here. They don't need to be on camera, but she's gonna consult.
Nala, you got a very brief look at the guy. He doesn't seem like a real fancy dress kind of guy. He's kind of got a rough around the edges scoundrel vibe.
Yeah, Artemisia, if you like rough around the edges scoundrel types,
Oh,
Maybe
that's
this
not
guy
her
will be you.
thing.
Does he
But
have
good
elven heritage?
news.
I mean, maybe Artemisia likes variety. Little spice. to her
Well,
dish.
she wasn't talking about him. She was talking about the negotiations.
Oh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Your impression?
It doesn't matter. Rough around the edges. That's the opposite of your thing. We all know it, and we love you for it.
Nala's impression is that the negotiations are already pretty much done. Like a price has been decided upon. You're not sure who made those negotiations and struck that deal, but again, it was kind of above your pay grade. Your big job is transport at this point, making sure
Okay.
that he doesn't get away.
Escorting kind of.
Escort, yes.
You're
Once
the
the
only other
packing
people I
is
trust
done.
in the city.
We're ready to go grab the guy.
You so.
Excellent.
Okay. So you pull up at the inn. The innkeeper is very happy to see you. He seems anxious to hand over his prisoner, just to have it done with. You kind of get the impression that they were expecting sort of like small time thievery or small time ruffian type behavior from this guy, and when they found him with spy type material, it was way above what they were preparing to deal with, and they don't like him being here. Just him being in the house for any period of time has made them nervous. And the prisoner, as he's brought out to you, looks very casual. Like he has no fear. He looks very cocky and confident, to the extent that he might be in more control of the situation with the innkeeper than the innkeeper would be comfortable with. And you can understand why at least one of the innkeeper's daughters probably went for him, because he does have some rakish charm.
Can I make an insight check?
You may make an insight check.
I will also make an insight check to size up this guy.
Artemisia is not even, well, she has to look at him, but she's not sizing him up at all.
Oh, I
Just
got 22.
Pointedly, kind of looking the other way.
Any sense of the word. All right.
We got some
Welcome, Raiders.
Okay.
Yay, Raiders.
So we got Sharshan. Am I pronouncing that right?
Darshan.
Sharshan.
Sorry.
With a 22.
I have
Yeah.
seen this like before.
You've seen his like before. He looks his confidence sort of gives you this impression that he's the one who's in control of the situation, not the innkeeper, and certainly not any of you. He has no weapons on him. His hands are tied behind him. He doesn't look like he should be a real threat for anyone, but at the same time, he sort of exudes that confidence that makes you wonder. He's holding secrets that make him more dangerous than he probably lets on.
How far is it to this exchange spot?
About 2 days.
Well, friend Rogar, a word, if I might share one with you.
Hey, I can share 3.
You can raise the dead, can you not?
That's a bit difficult and expensive, but I can in theory.
You're right. This quest is partly about coin. Hello, spy.
I have a name. You can call me Rafe.
Hello, Rafe. I am Sarshan.
Sharshan.
Truly smile. Sarshan, yes.
Sharshan. Yes, I will call you the little one.
The little one. How could
Yes. Yes, so you are here to take me to the exchange, yes? This is all you
Nala-
bring.
Nala's
6
gonna
of you.
wheel forward, and she's gonna say, "We all are bringing you to the exchange."
And
Oh.
Rogar looks up at Sarshan. Little one. Oh.
I have a pair of special manacles I like to employ in times like this. What times, you might ask? Why, when faced with an ass.
I see asses in the street every day.
I take out the dimensional shackles and
Ooh,
put them around his arms
okay.
and look at him closely, look down at his feet and up, and I say, is there anything in the agreement that says what kind of condition you have to arrive in? I don't recall any such. Do you? Any of you?
No.
I don't either.
There's an agreement?
Mm-mm.
Nala would be the one who knows.
Nala, does it matter what
Uh,
condition he's in when he arrives?
So Nala's going to glance at him, and she's gonna roll an intimidate, and she's gonna say, "I don't quite remember."
Rogar, like with his intelligence of 9, says, "Well, he's going to arrive healthy and safe, right? Alive. That's our job, right?
Yes. In
Man,
part,
Oh,
thanks to
don't worry,
your
I can
magic,
heal.
friend
Are you
Rogar.
hurt? Because I can heal you."
Ah, that's perfect. What was I thinking? He could have accident after accident on the way there, but you could just heal him.
There we
Um,
go.
I mean,
That's
if
good.
that
I
happens,
just suspect that.
So you're going to give this guy a 2-day rough ride to Tezir, is what we're saying?
Well, we don't
just-
want to decrease that. We don't want them to argue about decreasing the price.
No,
So I think we
no.
should
They would
stay
have no
reasonable.
basis for that. Rogar will heal him up perfectly. It really is. It's up to him, isn't it?
are you expecting bandits or something on the way?
Yes, Rogar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember, there are bandits along here.
okay.
Serge, cut it out.
I just wish to suggest to this fellow, Rafe, was it? We can be friendly on this, or you can behave like what Rogar likes to call a ball bag. And if you do that, well, I don't know.
I have no reason to be anything other than cordial.
Oh, really? And cordial is telling my friend here you'll call him the little one? That's cordial, where you come from?
Well, I am small compared to some.
No, you're
And
not.
tall
Sean,
compared to
for
I
others.
don't think he's small compared to anybody sitting here.
The way the innkeeper described you, I
You
expected
are correct.
giants of Westgate.
Oh, we are heroes of Westgate. Well, they are heroes of Westgate. I am their
Heroes of
attendant.
Westgate. Big
Suffice it to
fish,
say-
little pond. Yes, heroes of Westgate.
Yes, that's what I said. Heroes of Westgate.
And
We're actually on
what
an
are you
ocean.
hero of, Rafe? What pond?
I am no hero. I am simply a working man,
Hmm.
a tradesman, if you will.
This guy's bull shark is what he is. Let's get on. And
Yeah, if you've
Exchange
gotten all
it for
this
some
out of your
gold.
system, let's keep going.
I don't like.
We've established you don't like us. We're not fond of you. We're definitely all more fond of each other than we are of you. So, if things happen, we get
Perhaps
the
we,
healings first.
perhaps we could be friends. We have 2 days. Maybe we make nice.
Hey, I'd love
Anything
to
can
tell you
happen.
all about Sharinlar.
Yeah,
Have
you
you
should
heard of
do that,
Rogar.
Rogar.
Okay.
Rogar is going to be your special road trip buddy.
Oh, okay.
Nala wants to lean in close to Rogar, and she's going to say, be very careful when you speak or when you're near this guy. He
Right.
is a trained spy.
Oh, you might learn my secrets.
A flaw in our plan.
Yes, you might have to match
What are my
wits.
secrets? I'll have to think. What are my secrets? I don't want him to know.
Tell me all about this church of yours.
Well, I don't have a church myself yet, although, you know, I have dreams. But the the religion of Great Sharinlar, she is the goddess of life and love. Well, mainly for the dwarfs, but I think I'm trying to expand that because, you know, I'm here. And not with the dwarves. So I think what would be wonderful is, you know, I could establish a church in Westgate, and you could establish a church in Cormyr, and then we could be like church buddies. We could like write letters to each other and share our progress in spreading the good word of Sharinlar, and I'll just
It'll-
go on and on.
He will happily, well, he will talk to you in because there's really not, he doesn't have a lot of other options. It's not like he'll be playing cards. He'll happily answer questions and ask you more questions and get as much information about your religion as he would care to. But you don't get a sense you're converting him at all. It feels more like a formality of just like he's biding time.
I'll ask him if he has love. I imagine it's awfully lonely being a spy. Like, you're always on the road and you're always spying. I don't know what that is, but exactly. But I imagine it sounds like it's like kind of a traveling salesman, maybe? From what the description.
Much like traveling salesmen. Yes, I go from town to town. I find love where I go from town to town. I was in the process of finding love when the innkeeper rudely interrupted my evening.
Oh, that's
Significant
terrible.
amount of love, yes.
He looked for excuse to harass me. He has set his harpy daughters to follow me around all the time. Yes, I was not the only person he rousted. I was the only one who was worth money to him.
So you're blaming the daughters here. That's what you're going.
Oh, no. I'm not laying blame. No blame to be laid. I am saying that he was looking for excuse to make more money from me than what he was getting as an honest innkeeper.
No blame to be laid, only Rafe to be laid.
Yes, that was how I like to live my life. No blame. Only love. Yes, love.
Yes.
See, he gets it.
Only love.
Only love.
Only love.
Nala's going to
Beginning
roll
of
her
the plan.
eyes and sigh, and then she's going to say, Rogar,
Aye.
remember, this guy's not our friend.
No, but
Well,
I
no,
think he's
but I
really
could
getting
be.
it about the
I-
love. So that's good. He could be our friend.
I could be his friend.
Aye.
Nala's going to roll her eyes, and then she's going to like look around to see if any of the other regulars kind of sympathize.
Yeah. Make eye contact with Nala and just be like, I don't know about this.
I don't want to have
Listen
to
them.
gag
They're the
this guy.
smart ones.
I'm
You
kind
know,
of thinking, how many banishments can I do? Like, it's only 3 an hour, so.
Nate, I don't know
Yeah.
if you used the whisper.
I'm reading that right now, actually.
They're just doing something.
Well, it's innocuous.
Sturge being Sturge. It's okay.
Yeah, Sturge is studying this fellow very carefully, how he looks, how he moves, how he speaks. He's going to be able to imitate him perfectly in case when it comes time to exchange him, Sturge will just go in his place. And then
Sturge is an actor, and it's his thing.
It's his thing. Well, it bodes ill for poor Rafe Giacomo, I guess. But yes, he will. He gives you ample opportunity to study him. I saw mention of a bag over his head or a gag. Did any of that actually manifest, or is that just?
I think we're keeping it in our pocket for now.
Yeah.
Okay. He's really trying not to be antagonistic. He's trying to be friendly, but condescendingly friendly.
He's trying to get us to lower guard. We get it.
Yeah.
Condo's con.
Condo's con.
I mean, you have to descend a little bit because Rogar's shorter than him, so that just all goes right over Rogar's head, literally. So he's just like very happily like chatting along with him.
Okay. Let's get insight rolls from anyone who's paying any particular attention to him.
whoa.
I got a 3, so that's appropriate.
Nice.
That's a 21.
I got a
Got a
11.
22 again. Nice.
I got a crit.
Yeah, somebody rolled a natural 20.
Who was that who rolled the natural 20?
Nice.
That's a
The
Sturge.
Sturge. Sorry, that's
Uh,
it's a character face from a different campaign.
Oh God, is like, why does he not look familiar?
He's an actor. He is constantly
his
changing his
disguise.
looks.
Man of mystery.
Yes.
You should be able
Master
to
of
change
disguise.
your name in the bar at the bottom. So
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. So, Shershin and Sturge, while you're studying him, he seems to be casually studying all of you very closely, trying to pick up anything he can about you based on your conversations amongst each other, or manner of dress, or what kind of weapons you have. Like, he's trying to take a measure of sizing you up. So he's obviously heard something about the heroes of Westgate, but you're not really sure what he's heard about you. So he's pretty much trying to keep an eye on you as you're watching him. So it's a balanced situation. But the first day of travel, you get by without any real issues. It's an established road, a lot of traffic back and forth. You don't have any issues with random owlbears swarming out of the woods at you. Or,
this time,
not this time. Hey, it could happen. No, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to owlbear you.
Let's go to the random encounter table.
it's all been the land sharks. So
Yeah. The good old days of the random encounter tables.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a fairly established road. You're not heading into the wilderness. And by the time you get to the first night of camp, there's a little campground area sort of set up with a couple of burned out fire pits and some flat area where people tend to post up for the evening. No one else is here at the time you get there. Do you want to establish some sort of watch on him while you're... But I'm assuming you're going to want to establish some sort of watch on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Absolutely.
And I'll put it a Guardian of Faith.
Nice.
So what that looks like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but a dwarf.
Yeah.
I love that detail.
So I come forth, Guardian. My Sharinlar sends you to protect us this cold night. And spectral figure like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but a dwarf appears. With his shield.
So he's a big rock.
He's a big rock.
Big rock. Okay.
And,
Well, actually, he's short rock if he's a dwarf.
he's a perfect height.
He's a perfect...
And
No one's judging you by your height, Rogar. We're all good here.
right.
Um,
And that lasts 8 hours.
8 hours, okay. He'll nod to you and let's see, Guardian. So he's just there to keep an eye on. all the
Are we
stuff.
like between the road and woods or something like that?
You're just kind of off the road by a good 15 feet or so. I mean, you could see the road from where you are, but people can get by if they need to traffic.
Right, and what's on the other side of us, like woods or
It's marshy.
marshy?
Yeah. There's
Marshy.
there's some scraggly trees off in the distance, but nothing higher than a bush for about 100 feet.
Oh, okay. I'll put them on the side of the road then.
Okay.
I think Nala would like to request the first watch. She
wanna be
tells
do we want to be one at a time, or do we want to go in pairs for a slightly longer watch?
pairs.
Pairs,
sense
yeah,
to me.
thanks. Keep each
Since
other awake.
we have our guests to keep an eye on, and we have a road which has previously provided us with some annoying distractions. Let's say, not to give that fella that Rogar hates too much credit.
Yeah,
I
and
will
Nala
take
wants
watch
to.
whenever it is appropriate.
Nala wants to point out she doesn't have dark vision, so she would appreciate like one of the earlier watches or the watch at the first crack of dawn. She also reminds everybody that she's got 3 kids, so this will be a nice, luxurious long rest. She will enjoy.
Because well, now you have 5
Oh.
kids.
Campaign,
Nala,
take
I
me
feel
away.
This in my heart.
Out of the woods. It was great.
Well, and
That's
just
a funny
just
quest.
saying,
Water.
Artemisia can, if we think that Rafe's going to get up to something, Artemisia can use extended spell on sleep and
Oh.
like put him to sleep and keep him that way for a while.
Mm.
She doesn't want to use up all of her sorcery points doing that tonight, but just saying, if he starts to look shifty and like
He has
He's trying to
never not looked shifty.
Okay.
When he was born, he gave the midwife a side eye.
if he starts to ask for too many call of nature breaks out in the bushes, then we can be just like, nope, you're going to sleep now.
I need to go make water. Who's going to help me? Very difficult with these manacles.
I mean, I
Nala's
don't
just
think
gonna
it
look
is
at
fair.
it.
I shall
It's all
assist
night.
you.
Yeah, I think
Oh, I
Nala
feel
is,
like this is problems.
Nala has no problems helping either. She's no nonsense.
When he
Um,
says make water, Rogar has the thought if he needed to, he could use control water to maybe steer it away from camp and just keep him where he's at.
No.
But the equivalent of peeing into a bottle, but that would be a waste of a spell slot.
That'd be a waste of
I'd
a
like to
slot. Or
see-
would it?
Yeah,
I'd like
well,
to see a trick, Rafe.
A trick. What kind of trick?
Magical one, obviously.
Sure. Show me magic trick.
You said you needed to make water? Well, go ahead.
These are my only
Okay.
pants.
Don't worry, they'll be perfectly clean.
Nala
Is this the
sighs
thing
and rolls
where
her
you don't
eyes.
understand? Say it's a turn of phrase. That's not what it means. Look, don't.
Although it would be hilarious if he did it and then there was nothing to be done about it.
I mean, part of me is like, if you wanted to worry about having, privacy, maybe don't spy. Maybe don't get caught spying.
I
But
just
I'm in a
wanna
bad
make-
mood, so
I just want to make it clear, Sarshan did not ask beforehand whether prestidigitation would do this.
It's only other day. Maybe I hold it.
Ah, very well.
okay.
I
so,
shall take first watch, Sarshan declares.
Okay, so Sarshan and Nala then.
Excellent.
All right.
And I shall play you all to sleep with my flute. Pulls out his flute.
Is this a thing we want to do?
You know what? I just had a thought. Sorry. While we're going to sleep and he's getting his flute out, Sturge is going to say to Nala, ask this man some questions about our rendezvous and the people meeting us and what he plans to do.
Oh,
I'm
that's
going
really
to-
clever, Sturge.
I'm going to listen to what he thinks. And then I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts and appear to be getting ready for bed.
All right. In fact, I can assist you with your effort. And Nala is going to activate one of her features,
Okay.
which is being a soul knife. So I'm trying out I'm trying out 2 new classes from Tasha's at the same time.
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the powers from Tasha's allows Nala to link up mentally with up to her proficiency bonus in creatures, and she can then they can speak to each other back and forth telepathically. So she will link up with Sturge in this case.
Ooh, cool. Sturge is not delving deep. He doesn't want to be detected, but he's hoping that when she asks him questions, that his mind will naturally go, his surface thoughts will naturally go to some of the things that she's asking.
Okay. Okay.
So Nala walks up to Rafe. Oh no, sorry. Nala wheels up to Rafe. Sorry, this is my first time playing a character who is using the combat wheelchair. So please correct me if I get anything wrong.
Yeah,
Hey, can you
gotcha.
describe it for us, the combat wheelchair? I
Sure.
Shared some art on the stream.
what's that? Say
But
again?
He shared some art on the stream
Oh, okay.
in Twitch, but like maybe a couple of specific unique features of yours, Yang Yang.
Okay, yeah. So this wheelchair has large, oversized tires. They look like they're like of a hard rubber with like really nice tread, and they're like slanted inward at an angle so that she gets much better torque.
Corner.
Yeah, and the way you've seen her use it. So, like, you've seen this combat wheelchair before, and other people use it in Westgate, and they seem to be using a hand to operate it, using a beacon stone that's on one of the armrests. But her version, she doesn't have to touch it at all. It seems to be guided by something, perhaps her thoughts.
Wow, cool.
You still see the beacon stone on one of the armrests, but it seems to glow every time it starts to move.
Nice. Okay, you roll up to Rafe, who is contemplating bedding down for the evening, looking for a comfortable rock to put his head on.
Rafe, I'd like to speak with you, if you would.
I suppose I have no choice.
So, my employers, they advised me not to talk to you and get involved too deeply, but I feel like I really must know. Who are we meeting? And why are you worth so much money?
Cormier sees weakness in Westgate, looks for ways to exploit said weakness. Sees it as a city without strong rulers, strong leadership. They sent me to provide troop strengths, maps, information of infrastructure, little things like that. Ways that they may be able to take advantage of the situation in Westgate.
I mean, I think you picked a perfect time to come with the recent destruction that happened in the city.
My arrival there was no accident. No. When I see opportunities, I sell my skills to highest bidder. Cormier, this opportunity was highest bidder.
So why are you being so open about this?
Because I was caught. I was foolish and underestimated the innkeeper. Now I'm being returned to Cormier. They'll pay my ransom. I tell them what I know. My maps I no longer have. Details, scrolls I no longer have. But I still have enough to be of value to them.
So mentally, Sturge is going to say, ask him if he had help in Cormier. In Westgate.
Did you have anyone else assisting you in Westgate?
And now I'm listening to his thoughts.
Gold opens many doors. There were a few guards who were able to be swayed to allow me access to see things, answer questions. Did I have allies? No, just fools.
Did you provide a list of these people who worked with you to the authorities?
No authorities came. There was merely innkeeper. They did not try to turn me over to city authorities at all. No, they saw turning me over to authorities means no paycheck for them.
Can I roll an insight to see if he's lying at all?
Sure.
Been influenced by Sharillar, to be honest, I feel. But Rogar's sleeping.
I want to let everyone know that I got a 25 on my check with the flute, so it was very sweet and quiet, and
That was
everyone
like-
has a nice sleep.
Got a little bit of Yanni going.
Val posture checked us. Everybody sit up.
Let's see. Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
don't see there any real benefit for him lying at that. He seems to be pretty honest about it.
What did he
All
say?
right.
Who's meeting us?
He hasn't said yet.
Oh.
So, do you know the people who are meeting us?
Personally, no. I communicated with city leadership at Cormir. Sent a message. They are sending troops, a small battalion of troops, perhaps.
How
10, I don't know.
how did he communicate with them?
How did you communicate with them?
I had a scroll. Allowed me to contact the people who hired me should I need to.
Is
In
he
an emergency.
Is he thinking something else, like because I can cast spells like sending?
It wasn't a scroll. You're pretty sure it wasn't a scroll. He's given no indication he knows how to use magic. But he probably did have some sort of magic item
Sending.
that allowed it. Yeah.
So he could easily have contacted anyone else but Cormir. We could
Yeah.
easily be facing something totally. Could be Zentarim. It could
Yeah.
be,
It's true. Perhaps we should come up with some sort of plan to scout out who these people are before we meet them.
If only one of us could fly.
Hi. Actually, no, I'm asleep.
A couple of us can fly.
Yeah, I mean, Artemisia essentially can. It's not quite fly, but
So,
But I can only do it for a
Sarshan
minute.
says, coming over. If I heard you right, you were saying that you were spying on the city of Westgate for Cormir, and we are returning you to Cormir to tell them what you learned.
Yes.
We, the heroes of Westgate. Or
Yes.
they, the heroes of Westgate, plus me.
Yes.
Ah, so you were spying against the city that they love, and they are returning you to the antagonistic force that wishes to crush the city they love.
Yes. For
Now,
10,000
they are all
gold.
asleep, so I couldn't really do anything. Oh, 10,000 gold.
Yes.
He looks over to
10,000
Noah.
gold.
Is that a lot?
It is hot.
Okay. Hmm.
The innkeeper says for the 10,000 gold, he would pay a percentage to the people to do the transfer. I do not know what percentage this would be.
So I think Nala is going to send a message to Sturge psychically, and she's going to say, it seems a little too easy. Like, these people agreed to ransom this large amount of gold for this guy, and you're right, we don't know if they're Cormirians, and we don't know if there's any money. This whole deal seems a little stinky. You're muted.
Check your bingo box.
Yeah, that's right.
I cannot hear Sturge's thoughts either.
Okay, yeah, I did that on purpose for bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I would be surprised if they are Cormirians who show up. I think we will find something else, and we will be ready.
So Nala is going to wheel over to Rafe, real close to him,
Mhm.
and she's going to lean over, and she's going to look at him, and she's going to say, "Look, I don't really believe your story. I'm a mother of 3, and I'm psychic. So I know bull shark when I hear it."
You're psychic? Sarshan says, totally surprised.
Yeah, I spent a bit of time with Scarcere, who trained me in the ways of the mind.
Is that what psychic means?
Yes.
He goes back to playing his flute.
Ooh.
Are not all mothers a little bit psychic? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I just had an idea. So you can just shut this down, Nate, if you want. But I have a Sturge is a diviner, so he has portents to use,
Okay.
and so, oh yes, and so I can substitute one of my portents for his saving throw,
Okay.
when I delve deeply into his thoughts.
Okay.
He rolls a 1.
Okay.
Unless he just has some psychic block which prevents this.
He does not have a psychic block.
Okay. So back up to that spell.
Here all this time, I thought I was a psychic.
When you cast the spell as your action, blah, 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 blah. Where's the part?
I accompany Cecilia on quests and I support her efforts. Surely I am a psychic.
Nala's going to Nala's going to roll her eyes and
Very
sigh,
confused.
and then she's going to pat Sarshan on the cheek, and she's going to say, "It's a good thing you're good looking."
It is, isn't it?
Okay. So here I'll paste the relevant part.
Okay.
It says, I think I just did that. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
Okay. Rafe is very much a man without a country. He's got no loyalty to Cormyr. He's got obviously no loyalty to Westgate. And his nature is to do what's best for him.
So like everybody in Westgate. Okay.
Well, everybody like Westgate. Nice city you have here. Maybe I stay in Westgate. Yes. Join Dwarven Church. Yes.
A city of spies and psychics.
Oh, if Rogar would awake.
If only.
If only.
Okay. So, all right. So no big secret.
Rogar snorts and sleep.
Yeah, the big
Turns over.
the big insight is that he's not loyal to Cormyr, but Cormyr is figuring high into his calculations. Cormyr is part of his calculations.
Okay. So he's not thinking of Zentarum. That's good.
No. Yeah, that's bonus. Yeah.
All right. I'll share that with Nala. It seems when I delve deep in his mind that he's truly thinking mostly of Cormyr. He has no loyalties whatsoever. But Cormyr is looming large in his thoughts.
No loyalties. Reminds me of my ex-husband. Better keep an eye on this guy.
Oh my god, I want to know Nala's backstory.
Yeah, I've definitely
Cecilia,
prepared
your
one.
business
Please
is
ask
your
me.
business. All right, I'll think of a reason for Cecilia to ask.
Oh no. Okay. Anyways, so I think Nala is satisfied with that exchange.
Okay. Were there more questions, or may I sleep now? This was a long walk today.
Yes, enjoy the sounds of the Thari song. Do, 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 on the flute.
It almost drowns out sound of dwarf snoring.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, he looks unconcerned with trying to make a break for it. He seems fairly resigned to the travel, but again, he did apparently negotiate the exchange, so getting him there is part of what he planned on. So first watch. So I have this down just in case, owlbears. Who had first watch?
Sarshan and Nala.
Okay. How about
Sarshan.
second watch?
Sarshan can see very well in the dark, so.
Do you want to stand watch together, Cecilia?
Sure.
Let's do
I don't know
second.
how Cecilia I feel like Cecilia would rebel against waking up early, but I hate being woken up in the middle of the night so much that it's bleeding into my character. So I think you have to pick, because I really, truly, at the end of the day, Cecilia does not want to wake up. So, do you want the middle watch or the early morning?
I mean, early morning Artemisia would be good with.
That's
But-
true. That's kind of that makes sense. All right, you guys move to the middle watch. Rogar and Sturge.
I can do
Okay.
middle.
Okay.
Here we go.
And,
I trance during the middle of watch.
Middle watch. Rafe sleeps asleep in the just. He looks comfortable sleeping on hard ground. Does not look like it's an inconvenience for him.
Sarshan
Then
goes
again,
and
it
sits
was.
next to Cecilia and trances there.
Then again, this is probably more that he's probably walked more today than he has in a while. It looks like he's more used to taking a horse or more easy conveyance.
Like a palanquin.
Well, probably not that, but maybe a carriage. Okay. Give me perception checks, Roltia, on second watch.
On second watch.
That's
Second
Rogar
watch,
and Sturge.
I got. Well, actually, my perception's pretty good. So I got a 14.
Okay.
I'm assuming Sturge summoned his little owl to help him keep watch.
14's not going to pick up anything, but Sturge set at least a minimum of 21. It's very quiet. You're hearing some animal sounds off in the marsh, some night birds. At some point, you see a couple of people heading by on the road on horseback, moving at a pretty good clip. About 3 of them, just wearing cloaks. Nothing really. They don't even bother to slow down to look at you. Looks like they're in a hurry to get somewhere. But yeah, no one approaches the camp necessarily.
Okay.
Or bothers you at all. Third watch.
I'll let everybody in the third watch know about the riders.
And Rogar will pass on all.
How it works.
Well, what he thinks that Nola and Sarshan told to him and Sturge, and then he'll pass it on telephone style to say that you guys. So apparently, Rafe is like maybe perfect for Westgate, and we're like maybe really interested in like all this. So if he like wakes up and wants to like talk or something, you can wake me up. I'm fine. Okay.
Well, I think you should definitely go for it, Rogar. I don't
do you
think
mean by
Rowan
that?
would mind at all.
No. What? No.
I am now completed with my trance, and so I can join you for your third watch.
Does that mean I can go back to sleep?
It does.
Oh, but I'm awake. Ugh.
Well,
All right.
so
I'm missing.
Artemisia was gonna maybe like a wolf nose sniffing around would be good, and Sarshan could do that, but also Artemisia could do that because, I mean, she could just do that. So
You
if
blow
there's
off
the
some
two of you,
steam?
yeah,
Yeah. Can you come back okay?
I think so. I
Okay.
mean, just like
Because if you don't, I'll turn into a wolf and bite you.
I think that the wolf that will actually be important for her, so she will probably definitely come back.
And that checks out.
So Artemisia is gonna turn into a wolf and like basically like do the full like she is very like bouncy and enthusiastic, but when she's a wolf, but when she has a goal in mind, she does stick to it. So she's gonna do the like dog at a new dog park thing, where like
Okay.
every inch of like the forest around, but she's not gonna go far, but she's gonna check it out, man. Everything is gonna be smelled.
She is methodical, even as a wolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
She enjoys being a wolf. A
It
great
looks
deal.
like this area has been used by various travelers with a fair degree of regularity for some time. The last people who were here were probably about 2 days ago, who camped overnight. So you're getting a lot of overlays of scents, people. Nothing too dramatic. Some food waste that's been some food waste and waste, and nothing, and then like a lot of dried ashes, watered down ashes, but nothing too unusual necessarily. And as for Rafe, yeah, he's pretty much sleeping soundly through the whole thing. He's not even reacting to the dogged determination.
Rogar will start to awake at one moment, like just to see if he's right. He'll sing him a lullaby for a little bit.
Oh my god.
A dwarven lullaby. Sharon Lard is the best.
If you do that, I'm gonna fall asleep, Rogar.
Her, she's the greatest goddess in the rift.
He's faking.
That's not a real lullaby. It's got to be a real lullaby. Yeah. Third watch over. By which point, Rafe is starting to wake up. He actually lays there with his eyes closed for a while and is probably awake for a while before he actually sits up, like he's just listening to the camp. But by the time the sun comes up, he gives up any pretense of pretending to sleep. And rolls over. What's for breakfast? You make breakfast? Yes.
Do we have to feed him? Is that in the rules?
Perhaps you give me boot to gnaw on for the remainder of the day. I'm so hungry.
No,
Shall
still
go
What-
asleep.
what-
Catch
what's-
you a rabbit.
I shall catch some game.
Did Ruan give me any good berries for the road?
Let's say so. Yes.
Okay, I offer him a good berry. I say here, this is from my very good friend Ruan.
They
He's a-
sleep together.
he's a
Sergeant
druid.
says helpfully.
It's not poison. It's not poison. No.
Oh, they're very good. Look.
Then I eat a berry. Things should not be this color in nature. It's like a soft crunch berry.
Oh.
It does kind of tear up the roof of your mouth a little bit.
A little
if you
bit.
eat too many of them. Aye.
Well, that's very crunch berry-ish then. Yeah, he'll eat the berry. I mean, that's better than nothing. Better than a raw rabbit. But,
I offer one to each of the irregulars as well in case they.
Yeah, Artemisia will be back. Her shirt's a little bit wet, like she was drinking, like from a stream and got kind of wet, and then she changed back, and so her shirt's a little wet. But
Okay.
otherwise, no extra blood. She wasn't hunting anything.
Oh, and I got a little bit of dwarven whey bread too. It's really good. These are nice
You
chalky
should
feel on your
Definitely
teeth.
eat that.
Oh.
Rafe,
Is it whey bread or is it wood?
No, it's made of stone flour.
Yeah, it's
remember,
got
that's
that,
what
That's
the
right,
dwarves cook
yeah.
with.
It's got
Oh.
that pebble flavor.
Stone ground flour from stones.
Oh, like Mother used to make.
Aye.
Wait, so given what you guys heard earlier about, given the fact that you guys were thinking it's probably not Cormier that we're meeting, are we gonna scout ahead or just like go for it, see what happens, blessed when we get there?
At the current rate of travel, you guys should get there with about an hour or so of light before it gets dark.
Ooh.
I think we should definitely scout. Well, I'll take everybody far enough away that he can't hear us. I'll say that I had a chance to probe in his mind a bit last night,
Ooh.
and he.
Wait, you can do that?
Did you go in through the ear?
You can do that? How many times have you done that to me, Sturge?
I've never done it.
I
Oh,
know
did
you
you go
can't do
in
it
through-
to Cecilia.
It's an
because her mind is
invasion.
sealed.
I wouldn't do that to a
Wait,
friend.
what? Okay, back to that later.
But what I found was the things that are in his mind are mostly the things that line up with what he says.
Mhm.
I was fully expecting him to be thinking about his Zentaran friends who were going to meet us at the end of this road, but he wasn't. He was thinking of Cormier.
Does he have Zentarum friends?
I imagine so.
For all we know.
Yeah,
He is,
hypothetically.
he is very well traveled. It's not unlikely he has Zentaran friends. They seem like the kind of group that would hire someone like him.
I know lots of
Yes,
nice Archer people, but Cecilia's like, right?
I wonder if he's the sort of man who has friends.
Oh.
So-
Friends is
Very
a stretch.
philosophical.
Let's just say he's worked for a lot of people. This guy's worked for TCBY. He's worked everywhere.
I hope he has can have friends because I'm hoping he'll be my friend. So
Are you
Roger.
lonely,
Okay.
Should
Rogar?
definitely go with it, Rogar.
okay, I'll go talk to
So-
him again.
Strike while the iron is hot.
So, three of us can turn into wolves and be faster than when walking.
Mhm,
If that helps a scout ahead.
sure.
Especially, we wouldn't be noticed in the same way. They probably assume it's a natural wolf.
Sure.
Yeah, especially if there's three of them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That means the three of you have to keep an eye on Rafe for
that's a great idea.
Oh, I'll keep an eye on him.
shenanigans.
Sure.
I mean, Nala will hang back and watch over Rafe.
God, you say prayer over. You say prayer for
Oh,
captured thief, spy. I mean, spy.
absolutely.
Friend Rogar, he's not your friend.
My friend
So he's
Rogar.
like-
But he could be.
65% thinking this dude's a doppelganger.
Oh, posture check, friends.
Oh well, Storm had or has a good friend who's a doppelganger, so I do not judge.
I have my concerns about
Knots.
but that's a different story that I have to
Okay.
get into with Storm. But
Okay.
Yeah, you can't trust a doppelganger. They're
they've done too many times.
or anyone with a double.
Sarshan claps a hand on Sturge's shoulder. Friend Sturge, I trust you will stop Rafe from doing any shenanigans, as they have been saying.
I certainly
Also,
will try.
listen to Nala. She has the best head on her shoulders. Let's go.
So Rogar asks Rafe if he's really happy and if he has lots of money and all the things that he wants.
Not enough money, but there is always more money that can be made.
That's what they say in Westgate. A lot of the people in Westgate, they're very, very focused on the money. And, there's a lot of opportunity right now. I don't know if you noticed, but we had a bit of a, incident there. Lots of great opportunity in Westgate, especially for someone who seems very smart and a good leader. And so, if you wanted to move there, and I started a matchmaking business.
You're looking to start franchises, this it?
Of a franchise of what?
Franchise to bring people to Westgate, business opportunities.
I don't know what a franchise is, but I am trying to, I just see that I want the best for you and your life, and to encourage a happy, healthy life in each person at the time. So I think that you would have a very happy and healthy life in Westgate, and you also, well, I have to say, you're not bad looking, so I bet that, you'd really be good for the matchmaking business. Or I mean, the matchmaking business could really help you.
We were all so worried about Artemisia. We didn't think to worry about Rogar.
I know, right? I'm like, dang it, Artemisia
I
probably is
know.
like busy being a wolf and can't like comment on this.
Right?
What would Ruin say?
Hitting on him. I'm honestly
Ruin would
like,
applaud
I'm just
his
thinking like
efforts.
if I brought Rafe in like and then like held him up as one of the like I'm representing him with my matchmaking business, like the business I would get, like all of the clients that I would get, and
See,
you know,
see, the thing is, rough around the edges, not Artemisia's type.
But Rogar,
That's Rogar's type.
you know,
Rogar,
Rogar,
Rogar's type, but he's very
Rogar,
good.
give me an insight roll.
All right,
Quinn would almost certainly appreciate Rogar learning some tricks from many lands.
18.
I don't
Insight.
want to hear these things about my brother.
26.
26. You get what is probably the most honest reaction you've seen from Rafe the entire time you've known him, and he's actually considering it. It's like, yeah, if things go different, maybe I will stick around. Maybe I will come back to Westgate. We'll see. There's certainly opportunities for a person with my skills to make some money here. Eric, I'm sorry, but I may have seeded an NPC if he survives the adventure.
If. That's a big if he's doing a lot of work in
that is a bit. That's doing a lot of heavy lifting. That is
I
true.
mean, Eric will take Sarshan and like murder this NPC if he really doesn't want him to join.
It's true. You have an escape hatch.
Or I'll
That
make
is
him a
absolutely
villain,
true.
then the PCs will murder him. So, you know, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
There's
It's all good.
options. There's options. Okay, so 3 people are wolfing out and taking a trip ahead.
And
one thing real
Chad
quick.
is correct.
Sasha,
They,
we've explained you don't need to do that.
they do look very like kind of different.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Wow, I'll bet those are
Different-
natural
different-
wolves. 3
diff-
kinds of wolves all in one place? Nah, I'm sure it's natural.
Different kinds of wolves, or different kinds of transformations into wolves.
No, different kinds of
kind
wolves.
Okay.
So Artemisia is really like,
Lethari.
yeah,
Right.
So
she's
there's-
really skinny and in the way that like natural wolves are, but
Yeah.
her fur is like sort of this bronze brown color, kind of like her skin scales are.
Okay.
So Celia is not technically a wolf. She's a koi wolf. She's like half coyote.
Oh,
So a
okay.
bit smaller.
Which is
bit
a thing
browner.
in Rashomon, for the record.
Hey,
Canon.
I believe
Right
it. I grew up in coyote country. I totally believe it.
I mean, you know what they say in Rashomon.
What stays on Rashomon happens 3 times.
I don't have a thing for that.
Yeah, I know.
I have to think about those.
And Sarshan is a big
Oh.
red-furred wolf.
Okay. So an
Can
oddly
cast seeming on us so we look like the same kind of wolf.
Yeah, that's true. And then you could maintain
do
it while
that.
you were a wolf.
We'll do that. Because,
Okay.
Or you
because I
wouldn't
think we
have to
change it
maintain
so Celia go, oh no.
that is- we do not. None of these things belong together.
No, it's not a concentration spell, so
Okay,
I
cool.
don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
I think before you guys left, Nala would like to use Psychic Whispers to connect you with her.
Nice.
So if you're within 1 mile, you could telepathically talk to her,
Ooh,
All
just in
right.
case something happens.
Okay.
good planning.
Okay. So we're going to split the party. We're going to give everyone a look at the shrine and get the 3 wolves up there to the shrine, and then we're going to take a 10-minute break. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Sounds
Great.
great.
Yanging, if you do the honors to get us the pull up roll 20.
Ta-da!
Here we go.
There it is. In case you
Uh,
missed it, it's right over there. It's like half the screen to the left, viewers.
It is the map, by the way, is from Tom Kartos. He has a successful little Patreon business where he makes some lovely maps and assets and stuff like that for gaming. If you like what you see here, look him up for more things. So that's where today's map came from. And as
Hello, Raiders.
Oh, it's Jen!
Jen and her
Yay.
raiders.
Hey.
Ah. And the 3 wolves kind of approach the sort of abandoned-looking shrine and see it sort of towering up 4 or 5 stories above the marsh.
Is there anybody here?
You do not see anyone at
Smell anybody?
initial approach, but there have been horses here very recently. And with that, let's take 10 minutes.
Okay.
Everyone refresh your drinks. Smoke them if you got them.
Do we have anything
Anything for the chat to discuss while we're out?
What are we going to find in the shrine, chat?
Yeah, what's gonna be in there?
And how would you customize your combat wheelchair?
Oh, good one.
And Rafe or Ruin? Are you Team Rafe or Team Ruin?
I like that. That should be a poll, really.
There we go.
Mods, let's make it happen.
Oh, Garward's
So-
here.
Yeah, welcome, Raiders. We're going on break.
Yeah,
Oops.
great timing. So, Eric, did you want to interview Nate afterwards, or?
Well,
we're
since
going
the
launching?
Raiders just got here, maybe we should do it before, and everyone else can head out and just come back
Water.
in a few minutes. Would that make sense?
Do what?
See. They're gonna
I
do
was
the
gonna
interview while we.
interview
Oh.
Nate a little bit since
Sure.
we got him here.
Sure.
Okay, I'll just throw up
Nate,
the.
you good for another? We just chat for 5 minutes, and then we'll take a 5-minute. I don't know.
Yeah, why
or
don't
something like that.
a 10-minute break for the game, 5-minute interview, 5-minute break for us.
Great. That
okay.
works for me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw up the
Sense?
Hangout screen so everyone can still see your videos.
Cool.
Okay, awesome.
All right. So, this is an exciting game that we're doing. I see you've led us to a shrine to be murdered. Good job. Nate.
Oh, I very much doubt I'll be able to kill a player, but I do
Yeah, we'll
hope
see.
to. I do hope to surprise the hell out of one of you at least.
Excellent. Excellent. So, you were telling us earlier about some things that you were writing, specifically
Yeah.
this Cobalt City stuff, the superhero stuff. You want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, Cobalt
What the
City.
idea behind Cobalt City is, what you've written there.
Yeah, Cobalt City's been kind of my big focus for writing for the last year or two. I created Cobalt City originally based on a role-playing game, a superhero role-playing game with friends over 15 years ago. And there was an adventure I really wanted to tell with those players that didn't work in a role-playing setting. So I wrote that out into a book format. And then from there, I've just started building that out and doing more writing in that world. So I've written a number of novels. For a while, I ran a small publishing house called Timid Pirate Publishing, and we published a couple of anthologies, which is, I think, the first place I published you. It was an anthology, a Huntsman story, and then
crossover between the Huntsman and my own superhero character, Lady Vengeance.
Lady Vengeance.
As I recall.
So yeah, I've been off and on writing mostly short novels, but about 3-4 years ago, after the 2016 election, I felt really moved to sort of update everything and do a big crossover event sort of novel that sort of dealt with the current political climate. And when that was done, I decided I would take that as the crossover event to sort of jumpstart a bunch of small stories, like a comic book series without the art. So there's all these small various arcs that I've spun out, and I'm doing those all through Patreon. Been doing about a story a month for the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's one of the really cool things. Like that's essentially how we met. Our mutual friend, Rosemary Jones, for those of you who are Realms fans, you probably recognize the name. Rosemary Jones, she wrote several novels in the Realms.
Crypt of the Moaning Diamond
Crypt of
and
the Moaning Diamond, City of the Dead.
yeah,
Just
love
some
City
great
of the
little
Dead.
standalone
Yeah.
books. She introduced us because she was like, okay, Eric, you need to meet my friend Nate. He writes superhero fiction. And I'm like, superhero fiction? That's a neat idea. And it's really remarkable how it translates from the comic to the written page, and everything takes place in your mind. Although there have been some, I think one of those anthologies was illustrated, like it had illustrations.
Yeah, there were a
tag along with
couple
the
like
stories.
one-piece arcs in there. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a multimedia project, which is really neat.
it was for a while. Back when I ran Timid Pirate, we had an art editor who provided some art for some of those things, but that hasn't been the case for a while. I'm always looking for artists to do things like covers and character stuff and character design stuff. It's a skill I wish I had myself, but superheroes and superhero type adventures started as pulp literature, as like pulp fiction, as short stories, long before, at least decades before there was any, sequence panel art sort of thing. So it's kind of taking it back to its roots in a lot of ways.
So You mentioned that you have a wide taste in games for
Yes.
genres and stuff. What sort of games do you run? I mean, these are all questions I know the answers to, but
I like a bunch of different systems. I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for 40 years, off and on. But some of the things I'm doing more currently are like Gaslamp Fantasy, or I was running a dark matter sort of X-Files conspiracy game set in 1995, earlier this year, late last year. Most of the stuff I do tends to dip its toe very heavily into horror.
Mhm.
I used to use Call of Cthulhu to tell one-shot sort of horror ghost story games that really weren't Cthulhu stories. They were just little one-shot horror movies. That's it's something I really like doing. So yeah, I'll play anything, sci-fi, anything. The weirder, the better.
Nice. Gaslight Fantasy, huh?
Gaslight Fantasy. You know a little bit about that.
I am in that game.
You are in that game.
As is Jed, who just raided our channel a few minutes ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's I like the idea of doing story set at the end of the century with that sort of end of the 20th century energy, but in a Victorian milieu.
Mhm.
And it's not that I dislike steampunk. I'm not interested in telling stories in steampunk. And Gaslight Fantasy is, look at this time period and what if the weird stuff was fae or magic or horror inspired rather than tech and sci-fi inspired.
Oh my God, I totally forgot to call out Allie, who's in the chat too.
Allie is in the chat too.
Is Shay, she's one of our mods. Yeah, she's definitely in that game as well. So
Yes.
she's playing. Well, if you think of her game as being a little bit like Penny Dreadful, the TV show, she's playing the Ava Green character, which is pretty great. So
It's got some heavy nods to Penny Dreadful. It's got some heavy nods and influence from Carnival.
Mhm.
And I really kind of want to tap into some of the literature that inspired the Penny Dreadful type stories. But it's definitely gonna have more of a horror bent, but also a heavy dose of fantasy because I can get dark when I run horror, and I've got to constantly check myself to make sure I don't send someone over the bend.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you do that like? What strategies do you employ to, make sure everyone's comfortable and happy in your games? Because horror can be kind of fraught in that way.
The thing that works best for me is I know my players pretty well. I try to know my players pretty well, and so I'm pretty aware of what their button issues are and what stuff's sort of not to mess with. When playing with newer players that I'm not familiar with, I like doing a red card system, and where it's either subtle or overt, where if you start trending into somewhere that a player is not comfortable with, they can throw the card and it fades to black, and conversation, the story kind of turns away from that. Really building an open lines of communication with the players is the best skill a DM can have. Really, it's because everyone's telling the story together, so you want everyone to be happy with what you're doing.
Nice. All right, well, I think we have time for maybe one last little thing before I'm gonna let you grab some water and use the bathroom and stuff. So
I can
any
hold it
last
till I
parting
get through
words?
this shine. Last parting words. If you like superhero fiction, check out my Patreon. Link is I've got it linked at my Twitter, where I dispense probably shaking my fist at the government or whatever, or comic books or various random stuff, sharing cat pictures, make sure to tip your server.
Yeah, he's just at Nate Crowder. I'll put it in the chat for everybody on Twitter. So check him out. He's got some great stuff. And we're just going to cut out for a couple minutes, and we'll be right back. So don't go away. We're back. Thanks for sticking around. The Westgate Irregulars guest DM by Nathan Crowder continues. Randy said he had to share a couple things real quick.
Oh, one?
Put him on the spot to see if that's really true.
Sure. Yes. One really quick. I wanted to mention, I believe season 2 premieres next week.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So we'll be
Unless we
kicking
all
off
die this
season 2,
episode.
unless we all die in this episode. It's officially starting season 2 next week. So
Then we get
all
another
new,
filler where we're ghosts.
Oh, now the
Yep.
pressure's on.
all new shenanigans. And then also, while you guys, the interview, you guys are talking about superpowers and supernatural stuff and all this kind of thing, and your Twitter, and then Serge was having, Nala's all psychic, and the first thing I saw on Twitter was that someone was offering $250,000 for proof of superpowers to like if you can prove you have X-ray vision or telekinesis or any
Dang.
supernatural abilities. Anyway, I found that pretty interesting.
I do have a superpower, and it's incredibly minor and silly, so it doesn't count. There's no way to be able to prove it.
Okay, what is that?
Yeah,
I-
you can't
I,
just say that.
I have had. I have a sort of electric sort of ability. It's not like anything I would call an actual superpower, but it's so many times I've been like, I've gotten out of someone's back seat and suddenly they're like, "Wait a minute, what did you do?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, the dome light's on. I'm like, yeah, it's supposed to be on. And it's like, that hasn't worked in 3 years. Or I worked at a camera counter at a Kmart for about 1.5 years, and we couldn't fix cameras, but we were a tourist destination, and our town was. And so we constantly have people coming in with their cameras saying, "It's not working. Could you take a look at it?" All I could do is take the batteries out, make sure they were working, they had the right batteries, put them back in. And so many times all I did was like pop the batteries out, they're fine, put them back in, camera was working again. And it's happened too statistically often for me to discount it. And it's absolutely ridiculous.
Using your powers for good.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I thought you were gonna say, when I shuffle my feet on a carpet, I can shock people.
I can burst into flames
Yes. Okay.
once.
Nice.
All right. Sorry.
Yes.
Into that.
Okay, so we have the wolf gang.
Yeah.
The wolf, three merry wolves have rolled up onto the shrine, which you can now see before you. I assume you guys were, last I heard you were asking questions. Have people been here? You've smelled horses that have been here fairly recently. What would y'all like to do? I've got you on the map now. I think I've got you on the map. Do I have you on the map now?
You do.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm making sure I've got everyone on the right layer.
Okay.
You've got 3 different layers on this thing, dang it.
I would like to, as a wolf, continue to look around and see if I can see anyone hiding here.
Okay.
Nope.
And Artemisia, if the others are splitting parts, she's going to follow one of them rather than going out on her own. She wants to sort of have somebody that she's like following along with. Cecilia, maybe first.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go left and you go right. Saracen.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
What's
Okay.
the weather like, by the way? Is this during the day?
It's you've got about 3 hours of daylight, so you've got like late afternoon, early evening going on. It's overcast, but not a heavy overcast. It's a Seattle overcast.
Yeah.
It's a passive aggressive overcast. Those of you who've gone left, please give me. Actually, I'm not even going to have you. I'm going to have you roll because you practically stumbled onto it. There is a gentleman. We'll call him a gentleman. Don't let me. Oh, why is it doing this to me? Have to pick the right layer. There's a person kind of behind that bush. Seems to just be calmly watching the shrine. There we go. That worked. There we go.
There's a loud thumping that's
Yeah,
going
what's
on.
the...
That's probably me on my keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can you see this?
Yes.
Oh, the inside. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, he was just kind of crouched down in there, being all subtle and quiet and types.
Smell him?
It's a guy with a maul hanging by his side. He's wearing sort of sort of poor quality clothes, some leather armor, giving off a definite bandit vibe.
Does he see us?
Yeah, he sees you. He sees that you're wolves. He's got the hammer, the maul in his hands, and he's just holding very still, hoping he doesn't have to fight a wolf.
Part of me feels like we should growl,
Yeah.
but I'm not great at this wolf thing. Growl and back up slightly, but growl out enough that Sarshan hears us in case this dude decides to start something.
Sharshan can give me a perception check.
I mean, I feel pretty good about the two of us against this dude, but
He's rolling pretty well
better
for
about three
Sarshan.
of
I
us
got a
against this dude.
24.
There was another person waiting behind the other tree, actually up in the branches of a cherry tree. Thing.
Man, nobody hiding behind a bush is up to any good. You know some nefarious
Hiding up in the
shark
branches of the cherry tree.
is
How
happening.
is this person equipped?
This person is also a guy. He's got a scimitar, similar sort of brownish, grayish clothes, hard-worn clothes, and some leather armor. And they're both kind of watching the road and looking back and forth between. They can obviously see each other. They're looking back and forth between you and each other and the road and the temple, just sort of waiting. They had not expected wildlife.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking around casual, like I didn't even notice him.
Okay.
Or I'm not gonna bother. him.
Probably a good idea. We should probably finish scouting.
He looks pretty comfortable up in the tree. Like he doesn't think he's going to have any real danger being up in the tree.
Because he doesn't know these wolves can cast lightning bolts.
Yeah, that is true. It's like, oh shit, lightning wolves.
I'm gonna head over this way.
So if we continue around the side of the temple, do we see any other people?
You're not seeing anyone around the side.
Okay.
There are
Um,
windows leading into the shrine. Yes.
There are windows leading into the shrine.
Okay. I'm gonna climb up on the stairs.
In fact, let me.
Put your paws on the lid.
Just kind of look into a window in passing.
Actually, let me move the top thing if I can. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's not working. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can look inside the windows.
Okay. What do I see?
You see. Why is that not moving the wrong layer? You see basically a shrine. Very disused. Some stuff hanging in tatters, paper screens, sort of shit battered. It's a little weather worn. There's the remains of a fire that's been built in the sort of pit area.
Any people in there?
You're not seeing any people in there.
Shrine 2.
It looks like it's a shrine to Torm, actually.
Interesting. I'm gonna circle around the back.
Okay.
See
There's
any
nothing
other
on this
people?
side.
No.
Hmm.
And I rejoin up with the sisters.
Yeah, there's nothing on either side. Behind the shrine, about 40 feet behind the shrine, there's a stand of trees.
That
Kinda
seems like
turns
something we should definitely check. Because we've got a bush guy on this side. There can only be tree guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyone
Let's
back there?
run up into the stand of trees.
Okay.
I mean,
Or at least
you know,
close enough to smell if there's a person or people.
Okay.
in it.
As you're getting close, the smell of horses intensifies, and as you get a little bit deeper into the trees, you see 6 horses. I'm sorry. You see 7 horses
Oh,
that are tied up and tied to a tree, and you see 2 people dressed similarly to the others you saw. One is female with a long sword at her belt, and the other's male with a morning star on his belt, and they're just back there tending the horses, watching the back of the shrine.
Okay.
All right.
Seven
so
horses
I
and
look to
4
the
people.
sisters like, all right, this is what a real wolf would do in this situation. And I get like, "Arr," and then I'm like prowling around at some distance from them. Like, I want to eat your horses, but I don't want to fight you, so don't feel threatened.
They both take light crossbows off the saddles of the horses.
Into the
Marching!
brush. Into the brush.
Okay. Important decision. Do we try and take out the 2 guys in the front, or do we go back and report in?
Well, stealth is not my strong suit.
Well, and Artemisia is in no state to
Oh,
make any kind of
You're in
judgment.
wolf mode.
So can I? Oh, we could chase the horses. I bet the horses would run. That would be
Don't
exciting.
chase the horses.
Okay.
They're
Yeah,
faster
the
than
A
you.
horse
And
as
they
a wolf
kick.
is delicious.
Oh my
The horses are also tied up, so they
No,
might freak out, but
that's
they're not
not
going to get very
fair.
far. Yeah.
I mean, we should still do it, but that's not fair.
Oh, okay. Well, the guy in the bush, we could chase him.
You know what? I mean, I'm not opposed to this. The only problem being if they call for backup and we've missed somebody, because I don't know, maybe they've got horses to spare so that they can make the whole ride home. But 2, it feels like we're missing some people.
Give me
It probably
it wouldn't be insight. History. Give me a knowledge check. See if you recognize the barding on the horses.
You know, I remember when I was a bush person and I worked with them for years before they let me be a tree person.
I'm not from here. I rolled a 13.
I have
Okay.
an intelligence -1 modifier.
13. You don't know about specific regalia, but at least it has Cormyr colors on it.
Okay.
These guys do not have Cormyr colors. The horses have Cormyr colors on their saddle blankets.
So there could be some dead Cormyrians around.
There could be some dead Cormyrians around.
I feel like that's the episode where Cecilia's mind go like, okay, so clearly these guys killed the Cormyrians, and then, okay, I feel like we should go back and get everybody because you're in wolf mode and you want to chase horses.
Aren't we psychically linked to
Oh, that's
Maul?
true. Are we within a mile though?
It is a mile
Um,
range, yeah.
No, I know, but are we within a mile of you? Because we were like running ahead, but it would take us most of the day to get there. So I assume we got ahead of you, but are we still within a mile?
Barely.
Okay.
But they've moved within a mile by the time you guys have finished your exploration.
Okay.
There.
That's what I figured might be the case. Okay.
Okay,
Well-
so then let's report back that we've got 2 guys in the front of the temple, 1 in a bush and 1 in a tree, and 2 out back with a potential for another 2, probably.
Yeah,
1
that
horse
we
is
didn't
probably for
find
Rafe,
yet.
unless there's 3 guys and they want to kill Rafe too.
Could be.
And the horses are
I
tied
think
up,
we
so
can
we can't
bond.
chase them yet, unless somebody unties them.
Okay, I'll tell her. Actually, I guess you can tell her. You're
Well,
technically bonded.
that's what
That's true.
Artemisia the wolf.
Actually,
would be, like,
as you guys
adding
are-
to the-
I'm sorry, as you guys are skirting around to head back, you find an 8th horse.
Oh my god.
You missed it. You missed it previously because it is very dead
Hmm.
and partially eaten.
Oh.
Well, then
Can we
nobody will
smell it, eat
notice
it?
if it gets some more bite marks.
It's fairly fresh too. It's been within the last several hours.
Yeah, I
We-
give,
Yeah,
I give
yeah,
it a
our-
sniff. If
Can we
does it seem like? Oh no! Wait, I know exactly what to do here. Oh my god!
What?
I actually have an instance to cast this spell.
What is it?
I'm worried now.
I cast Purify Food and Drink on the horse.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Wait, before he does that, can we smell what ate this horse before? Is it like, stinking of owlbear, for example?
Give me a survival check.
Aha, no idea.
Ah,
I mean, I guess I could actually roll for Artemisia because that's something the wolf might know. Nah, it's a 10.
10.
Nope. Does
It
it smell
ain't- it-
dangerous?
It ain't human. You know that.
Something with fangs and
There
claws.
are something big.
Hmm.
Something perhaps large sized.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, how nice they put out hors d'oeuvres.
You hear Nala's
I mean-
voice in your head again. She's like, "Y'all up to nonsense again?
If
There's
we're,
so much
So we got a
nonsense,
job to
Nala.
do."
if we're trying to pass as wolves, we should definitely eat the corpse, right?
You hear
Come on,
Nala's sighing
Cecilia, get in
reply.
on this. Arr, arr, arr.
You know, don't look a gift horse in the wound.
Don't look a
I'm
gift
concerned
corpse.
about the monster and the additional bandits that have murdered a bunch of purple dragons, which is absolutely the story I've had in my head.
Yeah, but who wants
Appetite's
just a
going
good
off.
berry for breakfast, right? Right,
Okay,
Mia?
but-
Right?
Mia's
Or
eating.
Mia's just arr,
No,
arr,
she's
arr,
yeah,
arr.
no.
Nala sighs in your heads. She says,
Just
I'm sorry,
hurry
Cecilia. I'll try to
I'm not
hurry them up."
saying Cecilia wouldn't try the horse, but I am saying that Cecilia is like, focus!
Good drink, good meat, good God, let's eat.
Nah.
Murder monsters! And those guys, I don't know what the deal is here. Jintarum. I'm gonna go with Sturgis assumption. Jintarum doppelgangers. And their
mean, if-
pet owlbear. Their
Yeah.
pet dire owlbear. That's what's happening here.
I mean, if
So
anyone's
possible.
watching, they'll really believe you're wolves now, though. So.
Yeah.
Fighting over the scraps.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back with the prisoner, you're having this little psychic conversation with your forward scouting party, and Rafe kind of gives a half smile. He's like, "Is that a trouble? You look perturbed."
Nala's gonna give him like a quick side eye, and she's gonna say, "Hey, nothing you need to worry yourself about. Rogar,
Aye.
You're responsible for my safety, yes? To hand me over to the Cormyrians?
oh, we'll hand you over all right. But Rogar, please tell our friend more about Sharindlar while I
Oh.
speak with Sturge for a moment."
Happily. So, have you heard of the happy earthquakes?
So Nala's going to take.
Happy earthquakes? No. No, there's no such thing as happy earthquakes.
Oh.
You know, I'm gonna let this go on for a little longer now.
Oh no, there is. I've been transcribing a pocket-sized copy from the large copy, like just the important bits, and I start to show them. And so, Nate, you
So,
mean
so it's basically like a chick track for
no? It's basically the Dwarven Kama Sutra. So you know it, and it's all you don't. No wonder you haven't found true and lasting love if you haven't heard of the principles in the happy earthquakes. There are so much to share with you. It's wonderful. Let's see. No. Well, we better start with the easier stuff. That's although you look pretty flexible. Well, no.
he's starting
Right.
to realize he's bitten off
Left.
way more than he can chew. It's like this is not what he thought it was.
Oh no, you don't get to that till like the middle. No, right here. Well, let's start with courtship because I think
I was getting
perhaps that's where I can help you. Courting. I
So
think
in the meantime,
In the meantime, yes.
yeah,
As you're continuing on towards the shrine.
yes. Nala's gonna pull Sturge over, and she's going to tell him in a hushed voice all the things that the wolves told her, and she's gonna especially point out that there's gonna be a person hiding in the bush on the west side of the shrine, and then another person hiding in a tree on the east side, southeast side.
You might want to ask this fellow, or perhaps I will, if he has any enemies that might want to pay more
He
than the
does.
Cornelians for him.
That seems awfully opportunistic of you, Sturge.
No, I'm just wondering if that might explain who these people are. And I don't mean to say that we would, to sell him for that. I just, that's not the right way to ask. Let me handle it. I'm good with people.
All right.
Oh God.
Trusting you.
Rafe,
Oh.
sorry to interrupt your erotic cartoon.
Was that what this was? I was not sure.
Yes.
No, don't listen to Sturge. He's very not
It's
appreciative
always
of this.
about erotic with him.
No, there's so much
Not
more
a
to love.
criticism, it's just an observation.
All right.
So,
Well, obviously, I need to talk to you more about it, Sturge. Maybe when we get back to Westgate, I can share all the things that aren't erotic about it.
yes.
I was in the middle of number 3 there when the innkeeper caught me.
Do you have, Rafe, are there
Yes.
is there another party out there of which you might be aware who is equally keen to get their claws in you?
Give me an insight check.
It's an 18.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm gonna have to give him a deception roll. We're gonna have to actually break out my stat for him. Okay.
Let's see what this guy's bonus is. Is he good?
I wonder if
Is he a good spy?
what if he rolled?
Ooh.
What?
What happens when you tie?
Oh, well, I was going to say Sturge was going to replace, he was going to foresee the role, but too late.
So, I have lots of enemies. He doesn't seem particularly surprised that there might be other people involved in the equation.
Are they going to be well disposed to you, do you suppose? Or do you suppose, or do you think
You're speaking generalities. I make enemies everywhere. I make friends everywhere. I make lovers everywhere. I don't
Maybe we
know
should
what
ask him to
I don't
join
know
the
what you're
Irregulars.
speaking of.
Well, I guess it's neither here nor there with me. We'll kill them either way, I suppose. But it's possible that they might get in an odd blow to take you out before we take them out. You might want to be a little more forthcoming if you want to survive this next encounter, because I suspect there won't be any Cormyreans waiting for us.
Oh, Cormyreans.
No, won't be any Cormyreans.
Oh.
Then perhaps if I am going to be in danger, you would be advised to remove the manacles.
Maybe we
No.
should just go back to Westgate if there's no Cormyreans. What are we supposed to bring him to Cormyreans?
So, do you want to share the nature of these interceptors, or should we just discover them?
How do I know? Where I've been here the entire time looking at
Who's
dwarven erotica.
Who's the top candidate for the role of intercepting the Cormyreans? Who would it be? The Thayans? The Zentarum? The...
Nala's going to be watching him really closely to see if he reacts to any of these names.
Priests of Sharindlar?
Nala can give me an insight roll.
All right. Gladly. It is going to be 25.
Ooh.
Oh!
That's a mom roll.
It is none of the above. You are certain. You are certain that he is not surprised that people have intercepted the Cormyreans. In fact, they're probably allies of his.
Right, friends of
So,
his.
so Nala's going to wheel up and she's going to say, Sturge, I'd always heard that you had a way with people. And now that I've seen it in action, I would advise you to maybe step back a moment. I think that our friend here, quote unquote, perhaps these people are working directly with him, and they owe no allegiance to any greater country. Just like how I suspect that this person doesn't owe allegiance to any one country.
It is amazing what you can buy with gold. Even friends.
Nala is going to wheel up real close to him, and she is going to tilt her chair back so that like the footplate is like on top of, and then she like wheels forward so the footplate is like on top of this guy's chest, and then she kind of like presses down. Or if he's not lying down, it'll be on his foot.
Yeah, it's on his foot.
And then she'll say, "Look, I am real tired of this bull shark. We are getting real close, and I don't like the way this situation smells. Either you give us something real, or I'm gonna make sure that you can't run from us."
I'm getting a bag out. I have a black bag. It's about head-sized. Shaking it out.
Are you going to tie his feet like in the sack races? Is that the plan?
Something like that, Rogar.
Oh,
I mean, he's
okay.
starting to think we
That's a good
went-
idea.
we
You are
got some of the
hired
wrong
to
people.
bring me, exchange me for coins. The people at Westgate expect you to return with coins.
Oh, shut up. I'm getting a rag. I'm just stuffing his mouth with it. Then I'm going to rope around his face, tie the thing in, and then I'm putting a bag over his head and I'm cinching it tight. And then
You know,
I'm
that's long overdue, I'm sure.
and then,
Yeah.
Don't suffocate him.
and
We,
then
we
I'm
would
going
like to see you
cast-
roleplay him, though, so.
Then I'm going to cast Disguise Self to look exactly like him and speak
Wise.
exactly like him. And I'm going to say, this man would need to stay here. And his friends
Sturge has a way with people.
Hey, yes.
Especially their
Um,
faces.
What's going on? Rogar's very confused about what's going on here.
So Nala's gonna wheel away from Rafe without hurting him. She's gonna look to Sturge and Rogar, and she's gonna say like, "Man, I guess he called my bluff. I like your plan of impersonating him, Sturge. Is there anything that Rogar and I can do to help set this up?"
Yeah, hold my arms like I'm your prisoner. Hold my arms.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold me.
If this will help keep everyone safe, I suppose. And when I hold his arm, I'll cast guidance on him when we get closer to the
Rogar.
shrine. Hi.
Can you move Earth with a thought?
Can I move
We
Earth
could
with a
dig
thought?
hole. We could dig a hole, put him
Hi.
in, cover him up. Just leave a little air
Again
hole.
with the not suffocating the guy. If we're gonna kill him, we
I
should,
feel like we
kill
chose
him
the
on
wrong
purpose.
place to be.
You know,
Dig a deep hole.
They're doing the roadshow of Motel Hell back there.
You need to like keep him safe.
deep hole with his head, and then fill him up so only his head is above ground. Both his
Oh.
legs and arms are tied. Then we put a bush over his head so he can't even, and he's gagged, and he's
You make a small incision in the throat for the feeding
No.
tube.
oh my god.
So then we go and do our business, and then when we're done with the business, we come back and dig him up and take him back to Westgate and put him in prison.
Nala looks at Rogar. What's Rogar's expression?
My expression, like,
This is very humane.
I can make stone move a bit, but I can like melt it and shape it, but I do not think I can move a bunch of earth like just on my own. But I mean, I can dig. I'm a dwarf. I'm a very good digger. But which by the way, you know, after having like I dug a big old pit to like build a shed, and man, they make it look way too easy on TV shows. Like when they dig a grave like really quick, it's like no.
All right.
Anyway,
Maybe you could make a compartment in a boulder, put him in, and then bring the stone up around his neck so only his head's sticking out of the boulder. And there's no way he's getting out of that.
I do not feel comfortable. What if something happens and we can't come back for him, or like he'd die? That
No,
would maybe good.
He's right on the edge of the road. Next traveler will come by. He'll go, help, help, and they'll help him.
I don't know. I've met a few travelers and they're not all that nice.
Well, we could just tie him to a tree and then come back.
There you go.
That's true.
Okay.
You can find a tree. You can find a tree close by that's got a high enough branch you could sling him upside down from his feet.
That's awesome. Yes.
seems
When
smart.
when God closes a door, he presents a tree with of an appropriate height.
About a mile away, while we're eating the horse corpse, Sarshan lifts his head, his muzzle's all bloody, his hackles rise. He's like, my paladin sense. Nah, and just goes back to doing this.
Okay. In short order, the usual suspects, Rogar and Sturge and Nala draw within view of the shrine.
Yeah, I
the rest
think
of you
Nala would have taken the rope and like loosely tied Sturge's hands, make a good showing of it, but you know,
Okay.
it's loose.
Okay.
I did think of something I wanted to try while they're still approaching.
Okay. What would you like to try?
I'm going to use my divine sense.
Okay.
So the way this works, as an action, you detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay. Nope. Radar's coming up clean.
Okay,
And so
Yeah.
we're
we're good.
we're all leaving him tied to a tree somewhere. Is that what we're doing?
Strung
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
Strung up on a tree, man.
I'll
Tree
cast a guardian of faith to watch over him.
Good
Oh
call.
my God. Okay.
man. I mean,
Yes. Love
Are
of
you gonna-
God.
stay in range? Okay.
Right, they'll just stay there for 8 hours watching over him.
You don't have
And,
to stay close to it.
And as
I-
we leave,
No, it stays wherever I cast it, I think.
okay, he's got a bag over his head. He can't see anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
And
sure
I'll
be
say,
there when we get
if-
back.
If we're not back in, 8 hours, I suppose, I cast a guardian of faith, but if we're not back in 8 hours, I'm sure, you can probably free yourself because you're a spy and go back to Westgate. And, we'll meet you there. And then I'll go walk after the others.
You guys not gonna
Arrest
be there
you
when we go
again.
back.
Sturge, do you leave your fancy manacles on him?
Well, yeah.
Wanted to check.
Oh no.
So think of just a second. I want to. I don't want to leave him a mile away though. I want to leave him like 100 yards away. Like find a tree 100 yards away and then string him up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tie
That's not
him
a
up,
problem.
not string him up. That's very different.
It's a very different. Yeah.
Upside down. Upside down.
He
Yeah.
said what he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Just-
fancy manacles. I don't want him casting Misty Step or something.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. So he's about 100 yards away, off to the side. Three of you approach with Sturge in disguise in the middle. Do you want to give me a check on that?
Yeah, performance. I have
Yeah.
advantage on this.
Okay. You're very believable.
That's a 25. Dang.
Guess we're
Okay.
gonna figure out if they were here to rescue you or kill you. I mean him.
Out of curiosity, Nala told us that this is Sturge in disguise. Did she have any tactical suggestions, or are we on our own?
Perhaps watch the people in the back while we deal with the two in the front
Okay.
and intercept them. If
Say the
needed.
secret word if you need us to come around the front.
And what is that secret word?
It's pineapple.
Mm,
And-
more
Okay.
shenanigans.
I mean, if
You
I know
are-
we're going to be going into battle, I'd cast Bliss on this. So since I have the advantage of knowing ahead of time, that's always nice.
You're going to be about 100 yards from each other, just FYI.
When we get right up there into the area, I guess we'll
You are now
stop.
on the map.
We're on the map?
I believe so.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
If you're in the chat, cast your vote for whether he will make off with the manacles or not.
Let's see. Okay. There you are. You're right near the gate.
Okay. I can't move Nala, but I was going to move everybody up. Yeah. So we stop and
Yes.
I look around.
Mhm.
I look for the ones in the bushes that I've been told are there.
Yeah, let's see how successfully they're hiding. Probably not super well, but you never know. Hiding is not their best points.
They're only bush. They're not tree. They haven't
One's
advanced
tree.
enough
He's
yet.
trying to graduate.
Oh, that's
Must
right.
not be ready yet.
It's a cherry tree. It's a small tree. He's
Yeah, they're not being particularly stealthy.
Okay.
They have procured light crossbows as well in the interim, and they've got them at their sides. They're not ready to ambush you, but they have them, and they're basically just being watchful.
So I see them, though. I make eye contact with them, and I give them each a nod, and I say, and I use every tag idiom that I memorized from this guy. His accent, his dumb little curse words, whatever they were, and I use them to be as convincing as possible and say, plans have changed. Come speak. Let's parlay.
Nala is going to punch him in the stomach and say, "Quiet, prisoner."
Nala's been waiting to do that for years.
How much was Nala kind of waiting for that opportunity?
It's just one damage. She didn't add anything else to it.
But how many points of satisfaction?
Yeah.
Love you, Sturge.
So, she calls out, "We're here for the exchange. If you want him safely, come out promptly and give us the money. Then we'll leave."
Okay. Interesting. Okay. It's very quiet. You could hear the wind sort of whistling through the trees.
Okay, Sturge is going to make a break for it, and he runs to the stairs.
Nala's gonna pretend like she grabs for him and misses.
Okay. Okay, great. I think. Okay. Go ahead and Sturge, move yourself forward.
Yep, I did.
Cool. Someone's gonna get cocky.
So 30.
Sturge. Was it Sturge?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Someone's
was
gonna
not
get
Sturge.
cocky. It's almost always Sturge.
No, it's going to be the person on the very top floor with a longbow who's going to leave script and take the opportunity to. They thought they'd be sending more guards. There's only 2, and the guy broke free. Okay, let's do it.
Oh no.
well, he's not getting cocky. He's getting dry. The people with the crossbow would get cocky. Dry.
So, longbow attack on.
If you had Rogar makes a pun on your bingo card, please mark that now.
I should add that. That's a good one.
Nala, does a 13 hit you?
A 13 does not.
Ping.
Okay. There's someone with a longbow on the very top floor, sort of in that little through the window. Arrow comes flying down in the ground between your feet.
Nala's going to break off to the side at the same time that she shouts, "There's a longbowman on the 2nd floor!"
Actually, it's more like 5th floor. It's a pretty high tower, pretty high
That
shrine.
is a high tower.
Yeah.
Is it the top floor? Is that the very top
It's the
floor?
top floor, very top floor. Actually, I think it's 4. I think it's 4th floor. But yeah.
Okay.
At this
She
point, we're going to
shouts.
get initiatives, I think.
Right.
Oh, wait,
So
I can
actually,
use the roll 20 Dante. Let's see.
Let's see if that'll work.
I actually don't have control of the Nala token.
Haha.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's right.
Oh my god, but my initiative's at 23.
Wow.
Darshan was very distracted.
Let me give you control real quick here.
Thank
You
you.
have the nitrous feature on the wheelchair.
Yeah, right.
Nala.
Nala does not.
Controlled
mess
by
around.
Nala. Okay, there we
Thank
go.
you.
So there was lots of bloop bloops, but let's see what they get. Oh,
Now we're rolling initiative there, and he's putting it into the tracker. I'm glad the chat is still working towards summoning a Tarask for the.
Yeah.
Stop that.
no, we're
Look at
not
all the
glad.
lovely small things you could spend and not summon a Tarask.
Meyer,
Although
don't
now
give
we
me
know
ins-
that caltrops are its weakness. Potentially.
Yes, one of
Also,
one of the
I'm sure the
cheesy
Sentinel
weaknesses.
feat.
Love it.
Okay, so it looks like Nala's going to be going first.
Okay, so like I said, she's going to break off to the side, and at the same time, how far away is she from the 4th-story window? How many feet?
Well, let's break out the ruler, shall we? Do. Do math and such.
Math is great.
You're within 90 feet.
Oh, 90 feet. Not quite within range. Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
you are within 60 of the front of the front door, but the roof is another 30 feet out there for that floor. So
Yeah, so actually, I think that I've got some javelins, and the long range on them is 120. So I'm going to try to. So she's a throwing master, and so she's going to attempt to use 2 javelins on this person as she wheels herself to the side. So the first attack. Is this going? Oh, sorry. I guess it did. Oof. So it's an 8 and a 9.
okay, both of those will miss. As you're drawing the bead on it, you see a second person step out from the side with a crossbow. He was unaware that the fight was going to start so soon, so he was unprepared.
That's
Okay.
Up in the tower.
Yeah, there's 2 of them up in the tower. Let me see
Hey,
if I can-
Raiders.
Yeah, and she goes over here.
Yeah, Raiders. So, and as a reminder to Nala and Sturge, you can add a die 4 to your attack and save rolls because I cast less on the 3 of us when we arrived.
Nice.
Ah, to hit. Okay, so
Yeah.
I guess that would be a 12 and an 11. Does 12 hit?
You know what? I believe 12 does.
12 does? Oh, excellent. Oh, I feel so blessed. So that is going to be. I believe that this is actually wrong, the damage, because so it's a 1d6, but then it's supposed to be +3 for her dexterity mod, and then because she's a throwing master, that's +2, so that should be 7 total. And then I will. Does that activate my sneak attack?
No, it will not.
Okay.
Because he's the first one to go, so he's not really caught unawares.
Okay, then that's it.
Okay, 7 points. He's got a javelin sticking out of him. He looks very unhappy about this situation.
I do not approve.
I do not approve. This is not how I saw this afternoon going. Sturge,
Yes.
you are pinwheeling towards the front door. You'd called out your warning that things were going to go. There was a negotiation. You're seeing some people heading down the stairs.
Where stairs?
on the inside of the temple. It's kind of got an open front.
Oh, okay.
So you weren't. I'm just going to paste them into the map now. They're looking much like the other people were dressed.
How many?
Just two. You're just seeing two.
Ah, okay. Are they down on this floor now?
Yeah, they're down on this floor. Why is this map
Okay.
confounding me?
Okay. And are the doors closed, or can I just blow through there? And he's got his he's got his rapier in his hand, but his hands are behind his back, and he's going to say, "Untie me, untie me!" And as one comes toward him, and I hope I can get sneak attack for this, he's just going to whip the rapier into his ribs and say, "Just kidding, I'm untied," and hopefully get a sneak attack by that deception.
Okay, so there's two people there.
Yeah. I'll go for it.
One is a male with a spear. The other is a female with a short sword. The female's coming to cut your ropes.
Okay. And yep, just gonna take it to her.
Okay. Let's see.
Yep. And I'm going to cast Booming Blade as I do it. So Mr. Whippy comes out and makes a little whooshing sound.
Mr. Whippy is named as Rapier, by the way.
I
Just wanted to
love
clarify.
Yeah.
Booming whippy.
And I'm going to
Boom.
it's a total. I tried to roll a 4. Did I roll 4? Oh,
You did
Oh, I
roll the
didn't-
d4.
yeah. So there's the. So it does that hit?
Yes, that will hit.
Okay. So I don't need to roll the bless. I was looking at the wrong thing. Now here comes. So it's a 6 damage plus the booming blade. 7. And then the sneak attack. 13. So 24.
24. I don't know why it's masking it, but boom. She is surprised by the action, and boom, she's dead.
Oh.
Whoa, nice.
Single blow.
And then I don't have to disengage, but I go up these stairs and I will use my roguish dash to go 90 feet up those stairs.
Okay.
So what does that?
Doing something on the map here real quick, so ignore me. Ignore me! Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
What Sturge? What is the effect if you stab someone with a booming blade? Like,
It's a tiny little hole going in, but the backside is very messy.
okay.
Large exit.
Boom, the boom goes out the backside.
There
just
we
like-
go.
Boom out the backside.
It's like a hollow point.
Sturge's
Sure.
new song.
Yeah, it's like the hollow point.
Okay.
Burning up the charts. Boom out the backside.
It's
Okay.
great because you don't get any blood on you really.
Okay. That was. Move that back to where it was. Okay, I think that's right. Cool.
Yeah, so he's using his cunning action to get an extra piece of dash, so he's got 90 feet of distance up the stairs, however far that gets him up the stairs.
Up the stairs. Okay. You're going to find. You spot 2 more people upstairs
Oh dear.
when you get up there. One of them a guy with a glaive, and the other. We'll move to that page. Is a woman with a flail, and they both look a little surprised to see you.
Because they're looking at their friend, right?
Well, they're looking at. You don't know if they're friends. They're looking at you. They're looking at Rafe.
Rafe, okay.
So you will be on the. You're kind of at the edge of the other maps. You're seeing 2 people at the back of the 2nd floor temple.
Okay. If he makes eye contact with them, he'll say, "Everything's going precisely as planned," in his horrible, awful Rafe accent.
Yes.
Whatever.
Horrible, poor, horrible, awful Rafe. Okay. So.
I did not get added into the turn order for some
Oh, you
reason.
did not. What? When are you?
I was 13 as well, so
Okay.
probably.
Know how that happened. Let's.
I had not selected my token. It said when I.
Oh,
clicked the
that'll do
addition,
it.
so.
Okay. let's do that then. Where are you on the map? Let's just
I'm
add you.
right in the middle of the path.
Yes. Add turn. There we go. 13.
Excellent.
I call it booming whippy because if I don't, I will forget about the booming blade.
You know what? Fair play.
Okay. Rogar, what you doing?
All right, so there's this person over here in the cherry tree.
There's a person in the cherry tree. Yes.
The amateur tree guy. All right, so I will. First, I will. Love hurts, love scars, love wounds. Hammer heart. And I summon my spiritual weapon, which is a war hammer with a glowing heart for a head. I summon it right near the person and try to conk them on the head, knock them out. Whoa, almost fell off. 16.
16 will hit.
And I guess. All right. And then.
There we go. There's your floating hammerhead.
Hey. Let's see. Damage 1 day. 4. I always forget to cast it at a higher level so it does more damage. But, all right. Oh yeah, I should have. So a whopping 6 damage, and then so that's a bonus action, the hammer, and
Okay.
then for my action, I cast thaumaturgy to make my voice boom, and I say, "You face the Westgate Irregulars, champions, heroes of Westgate. If you know what is good for you, you will flee," and hopefully that will chase the buggers off, but so we don't have to kill them, because a loss of life is a terrible tragedy.
That is a terrible tragedy. Do you want to try and intimidate on the one you just whacked with your love stick?
Aye, let's do that.
Because she may be inclined to move.
Oh, okay. Well,
Or he might be inclined, I mean.
oh, I got inspiration from, that's good, because that was a 3, so that wasn't very, but I'll use my inspiration from Myra Dog. Thank you very much, Myra Dog. Oh, that's much better. 15 plus what do I, plus 2, so 17.
17. Okay. Okay. Well, that was on 13. On 10, everybody, all of the gentlemen, the bandits, make their moves. Number 5 up here is kind of disinclined to engage until they figure out what the hell is going on, because things have not turned
Never
out the
gonna figure
way
it out. That's just
things-
how we roll.
things have not turned out the way the brochure had indicated. There's the one that's up in the tree who sees Nala coming this way and figures time to enter in with them all, so he's gonna step around the bush with them all and take a whack. Let's see. Whoa, is it the one? Them all? It's number 1? No, it's number 4. Oh, it doesn't matter. Number 4. Yes, I've numbered them 1 through 10, with the exception of Albert. Albert gets a name. Okay.
Okay, now I want to meet Albert. Don't kill
Oh, you
Albert.
will.
Don't
Well,
kill Albert. We need to kill Albert.
No, it's
22.
That does hit.
22 will hit. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 1. Do. And let's see how much damage we do. 6 whole points of maul damage smashes into you.
Nala's gonna throw up a psionic protective field as a reaction,
Okay.
and then that will reduce the damage by 1d8 plus 3. That is going to be 10.
No damage.
Okay, nice. Upstairs, the person with the flail.
Do you want me to do a
Uh,
performance?
Give me a give me a deception check.
Oh, deception. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not so bad at that. I don't have advantage on it though. 23.
Okay, that's pretty good. The woman with the flail sort of lowers the flail. She seems confused. It's like, why did you attack number 2? Why did you kill number 2? What's happening down there? The other one with the glaive is watching very carefully. He's not moving, but he doesn't necessarily look like he trusts you either.
How far away are they from me?
Number 3 is about 10 feet away from you.
Oh.
The other one is, let's see. The other one's 25 feet.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't act this turn, right? I'm just
Right. You've already gone. So the one with the arrows up at the top is going to try to hit. Probably going to try to shoot at Rogar.
Oh, that's rude.
One will shoot. Actually, they're both going to shoot at Rogar because you're just kind of standing out in the middle of everything.
Oh, I guess I should have tried to be a tree person. And here I was
could've-
mocking them.
That could have been an option. You know,
But I'd rather draw the fire than them firing at like Nala or my friends, because I'm pretty well armored. So
yeah, that works. Okay, so the one with the longbow. 15. Is that going to miss you?
that misses. Ping off my shoulder.
Off
Oh.
your shoulder.
Yoey.
I figured you were sturdy enough to handle something like that. Okay. And the light crossbow, I'm not having a lot of hope in that either. Crossbow quiver, 19.
Oh, I'm gonna say that'll hit. Like I probably wasn't like holding up my shield because I was like focused on
On the other stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll say that hits.
You just want to give them a fighting chance. I see how you are.
You know, that might encourage them to target me and then not my friends.
Leave your life of crime.
That's right.
Okay. 3 points of damage. Sort of wings you. Meanwhile, back
Your
at the
mother be ashamed of you.
you know what? The mother probably would be ashamed. Meanwhile, back at where the horses are, the two guards back there at the horses can tell something is happening, can tell stuff has popped off. And one of them wants to go, and the other one is putting his hand on the shoulder. It's like, no. We have our job. Stay where we are. Mountain Fang can handle this. If he needs help,
What?
they'll send for help. Mountain Fang. Yeah. That was our 10s.
What a name.
That does not bode well. Combined with the horse.
We have our 4s now. I can't believe you got the same initiatives.
I know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, they are twins.
Twinsies.
They are twinsies.
We're not twins. No, we're
Okay.
sisters.
That's true.
She's older.
You're still back there with the other people, ones with the horses, or did you move up to the side? So I've got you on the map on
I
the
think
side,
we
but
moved around. I think we would have, because Nala told us to keep an eye on the guys in the back, so I feel like
Yeah.
we'd be back like here.
okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't want to tell you what to do, Artemisia. If you're
No,
really
well,
focused
she
on
was
the
she was
horse.
still following.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see them kind of watching from just beyond the cover of trees, waiting for some sort of signal to engage. But thus far, they're just staying with the horses.
And how much of what happened up front are we aware of?
You heard some very broguish shouting, some little twangs of bows. There's definitely combat starting.
Are we aware that there are projectiles happening from the upper floors? That's my real question.
Yeah, I think someone shouted something about a sniper on the.
Well,
on the
and
roof.
is Nala still updating us through the link?
Yeah, she
I would
can.
imagine probably that seems likely.
This is so new. I keep forgetting that we have like emergency updates. What a wonderful power.
I would also
It's pretty useful.
assume that we, when they were approaching, we found somewhere out of the way where we could be sort of hidden and then turn back into our humanoid forms rather than our wolf forms.
Yeah, there's enough cover of trees and horse
Okay.
carcass and stuff like that.
Right.
So maybe at the same time, some of us summon our packed weapons,
Just-
since that has to be an action, which is garbage.
I agree.
I was,
Yeah,
thank you,
okay.
thank you. I'm like, Nate, just a
I'm
minute.
pl-
I'm
I'm-
gonna give you my whole rant about why this is stupid and should be a
I'm,
action.
I'm playing a warlock in another game right now, and I think this entire takes an action is garbage. So
Ridiculous. Thank you.
it is bullshit.
See,
To,
we're gonna be
to-
okay.
to quote someone who is smarter and wiser than I. Okay, so the wolf pack, the back, you're keeping an eye on things. Are you doing anything other than possibly changing back into non-wolf form?
Mija, you gonna do something?
I mean, so she's gonna look at Cecilia and sort of be like, well, I mean, if it's kicking off out front, then we should probably take care of the guys back here, right?
I'm not opposed to this plan. Part of me is also wondering if the two of us can fly, if one or both of us should head up top and take care of
Oh,
take out
that-
some snipers.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What do you want to do? Telekinesis
mean-
and chain lightning? That's just
Just
I
for
want you to follow
Nothing
your
says
bliss.
love like telekinesis and chain
well, I
lightning.
mean, obviously, but but if there's only two guys back with the horses, chain lightning is kind of a waste.
no, but we don't know how many snipers there are. Is what I'm saying. Telekinesis up there, and maybe they lean out, and maybe you can hit both of them, and then you get some guys on the ground. I don't know how it works. I know how I hope it works.
Artemisia is very fond of her telekinesis, so I don't think it will take much convincing. So she's gonna use her cast telekinesis and then a couple sorcery points to extend it, even though probably for the combat she's good anyway. But and then so she's gonna lift up so that she can get a view into the top floor, see who's
Okay.
up there sniping.
Okay, you see two figures up there. One of them has the same sort of bandity leather armor and brown and gray sort of clothes. The other one's a little bit more burly, not a lot, but he doesn't skip leg day. He's got a battle axe at his hip, and he's got a longbow, as opposed to all the others who have light crossbows. And their attention is focused on the front of the building. So you're kind of watching it from behind, where they're confident that they have cover.
And but so that would be my spell for this round, right? Or
Yeah, that sounds like that'd be your spell. for
okay.
this round.
And since she can't like cast anything else immediately, she's gonna like float up to where she's sort of a little bit beside whatever window she's looking in.
Okay.
So she's still going to be a little bit visible because she has to be to see them, but
Yeah.
it's not going to be like her floating like in silhouette, like directly in front of the window or anything.
Their attention seems to be very solidly up front, so you don't have a lot of concern. But okay, I'll give you an advantage if they look around for a stealth check. Shershin, I know every time I know I'm pronouncing that wrong in my head.
I actually go before Sarshan.
Oh, that's right.
That's
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's the other difficult to read name.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Cecilia. I listen to a lot of Simon and Garfunkel. I can do Cecilia.
Okay. So, given that Artemisia has opted to go up top,
Yes.
I'm gonna actually do summon Fae. And call forth a Fae spirit to help keep these guys from going back around. So when I do that, it looks kind of like a red cap, but it's got like a fox skull.
Great. Okay.
And I don't know what that's called, but that's now a thing.
It's not a thing, but
It's a thing now.
these people have been in the mountains for a long time. They have seen some shit. Some of it possibly on psychotropic mushrooms. They will not question it.
Okay, so so I summon it and it goes on my turn, and I can't tell if it attacks when if it does its thing now or if it waits until my next turn.
I'll let you do it now.
Okay. I'm gonna ask it to go after those guys. How far away are they from us?
How far did you want to be away from them?
Well, if it's within 30 feet, it can just it can stand there and I can tell it what to do, and it teleports 30 feet. I guess it doesn't have to show up right next to me. It can show up within 90 feet of me.
Oh yeah, you can drop this. You can drop this right in their grill.
Cool. Okay.
Awesome.
But so it face steps up there, and then it takes on a mood. I'm gonna say it is mirthful, which means it forces one creature to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy, that's their strong suit.
Nice.
Wisdom, that's where I'm a Viking. They wish they were Vikings. They get the cool hats and everything. Wisdom save. Well, they don't have a penalty on it, I guess.
I'm kind of like.
Well,
sorry.
I'm sorry. This poor
Whoa.
number 8 just rolled a nat 20.
Oh wow. Okay. So
Kind of cocks an eyebrow and is like, well, that's some shit.
okay.
Yeah, it
So
is.
that's its bonus action. So while it's going, what the hell? It'll go ahead and attack, I guess.
Okay.
So it gets 2 attacks,
Okay.
and we're gonna see if I can make this work here.
He's gonna have a very unfortunate afternoon.
Did that roll right? Okay, but that
Um,
gets +5, so it's a 13.
I'm only seeing that looks like a damage. Oh, there we go.
No, that should be the attack. Why is it doing that? Oh, because I accidentally clicked it again. So what it does is to hit is 1d6 plus 3 plus the spell's level, which is 5.
Oh, got
So
it.
that's
Okay.
why it looks weird.
That's why it looks weird. Okay.
But I'm using the Beyond 20 plugin, so it is not adding the spell level.
Yeah, that is not. There's a bad interface sometimes. I get it. Okay, so there are 12 to hit.
No, wait, sorry, I'm reading this wrong. Never mind, I read it wrong. That was all wrong. And I don't know how to roll in Roll20 ever because it drives me nuts.
There's a little die icon on the far left of the screen.
They're gonna make me use this, and I don't want to. But
I know.
fine. Okay. So
You know, if you want to roll a physical dice and just tell me the number, I will
one,
trust
and
you.
then I add a 5. Okay, so it's a 17 to hit.
That's fine. They are 12.
And then,
that is
okay,
not
then
a
the
problem.
second one is going to be 16 to hit.
That will also help.
Okay, and so then the damage is the thing I was saying before. This is just written kind of weirdly because it's written for whatever level you're casting it at.
Yes.
Which means I have to do algebra, and I don't feel like I need to do that right now.
That's fair.
Okay.
This
So
is
it
not
does
the math stream.
1d6 plus 3 plus the spell's level piercing damage plus 1d6 force damage. Okay, so if both those hit, then it does the 13 plus the 10 plus, then I rolled 2d6s.
Wow.
Okay. So
Nice.
That's it.
the Fae thing shows up with a little red cat fox skull sort of thing, shows up in front of him. I'm like, boogity, boogity, boogity. And number 8's like, the shit is this? And then just poof, poof. And
With
he
his little
just
axe.
he explodes like a rotten pumpkin. You destroy this guy.
I really hope we're reading this situation right. Like, I think Cecilia's like, oh, yes!
That's a good sign.
Tiny axe! But Aaron's like, ah, shit.
Yeah, no, he had 17 hit points, and without doing math, that was excessive damage. So, okay.
It's only the second time I've used this spell, and the previous time I used it as a distraction. So I'm delighted.
You know
right
what?
now.
There's another person back here, and let's consider them distracted. That's fair. I think that- blah, blah, blah. Boom. It's like, oh, what? Sarshan, what you got for us?
I am Sarshan.
Yes, you are.
All right. Do I see any particular big threat? I'm kind of looking.
You
for...
have yet to see a big threat all day.
Have you looked in the mirror?
Well, I mean, thank you, first of all. And no, I have not. All right. I am. Okay, this person inside the building is dead, right? That was the person that Sturge stabbed.
No, the person who is dead has been taken off the board.
Okay.
There's still a live person inside there who's confused. It's like, wait a minute, I thought we were supposed to be here for him, and what happened? No, that's a guy with a spear.
Are those? You can see through those windows, right?
Yes.
Are they open? Are they glass windows? What?
They were paper screens, and they've long since been shredded and fallen apart. You can easily see.
Great. I'm gonna run through and leap through one, and then just attack this person.
Okay, slow motion.
Ah! All right.
Okay.
So I don't see the need to burn spells on them yet. So let's just make this with some swordy sword.
Okay, swordy sword. DJ swordy sword. Flame tongue long sword. Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Will that hit? Okay. Cool.
Oh yeah.
So then it will do 12 points of damage.
Okay. He's still alive.
Cool. I have 2 attacks, so.
Okay, he was still alive. 20.
Dirty 20, 14 points of damage.
Yeah. He doesn't live long enough to scream.
Sweet.
He falls to the ground, burning. The shrine is now smoking a little bit. It's a sort of rundown wooden building.
Sorry, I was totally reading the wrong damage output. I did a lot more than that, but it's okay.
That's
Not a lot more, like 4 more than that.
That's justifiable. Okay. And let's advance the counter thing. We're up to the top. We're going to move the players tab over to the second floor, which is where Sturge might have bitten off. I was going to say where Sturge might have bitten off more than he can chew, but that doesn't seem likely. Sturge seems pretty capable.
Sturge can handle it.
Sturge seems pretty confident. There's only 2 people up there. How dangerous could they be? There's the girl with the flail who's a little confused of what's going on, so she hasn't taken any action. And the guy on the left with the glaive does not trust you. You're confident he does not trust you.
And are there stairs still going up farther?
Yes, there's still stairs going up further.
Okay. And how high is the ceiling here, and what are the walls made out of? Are they all basically paper, or?
It's the walls are wood, sort of laminated in some places with sort of the nice red lacquered woods, but it's all wood. The windows are covered with papered screens, but most of those are sort of broken at this point.
Okay.
Stairs do continue up from here.
And what floor am I on?
You're on the second floor.
Second floor. Okay. Okay. Well, I just want to double check my my distances. Yeah. So if I misty step behind this guy, will I get a sneak attack on him?
Yeah, I'll let you get a sneak attack on him. He's probably not expecting that.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah. So such a satisfied giggle.
yeah. So I'll just appear behind him and slide Mr. Whippy, Booming Whippy, between
Whippy.
his ribs, so it comes out hopefully the front side of him. Let's see.
You still have bless, so you can add a die 4 to your attack roll.
Thank you. Yeah, and if I miss, I miss. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely use that bless. Let's see how that goes. Oh, so it's a 12.
Okay. This guy's a little more nimble than the other person you blindsided downstairs.
Okay.
And he sort of twists to the side, sort of very sort of elegantly, and the sword, Mr. Booming Whippy, passes through the space where he was just standing.
Okay, well, that's where I say, well done, sleazeball. And then I disengage and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, basically 30. I go over here. I guess that's as far as I can go. Whoops. Clicked. Yep. And that's about all I can do. Oh, wait. How high is this ceiling?
It's about 12 feet.
12 feet. Okay. You know what? Can I take that back? This isn't like chess, is it? Where take your finger off the.
I'll allow it.
Okay. I'm just going to go out this window, and with my slippers of spider climb, I'm going to go around the outside of the building, just down one so they can't see where I've gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So I think the distance will allow me to go, 25 feet there. Damn it. Just to the corner. So I'll be hanging on the outside of the building on the corner.
Okay.
And just
So you went through the window.
Yep.
Okay.
Through window and then scuttle and down 5 feet and then scuttle like a spider over to here. I guess that would put me about here.
Okay.
Spider sturge.
I was waiting for it.
Oh, actually, you know what? I skipped Nala. Nala was 23. That's my mistake. I'm sorry. Nala, let's go ahead.
No worries.
Seeing as how you're sort of in a different phase of things right now, we will go back to you right quick. Nala, it's your turn.
All right. First action, bonus action, disengage, and then she's going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 20 feet, and then she's going to manifest some psychic daggers into her hand, and then she's going to throw them at this guy with the maul.
Okay.
So the first dagger is going to be 27 to hit.
It's
6 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to burn a psionic strike using one of my dice for it. It's 1d8 plus 3. So it's going to be 6. So that first hit is 12 damage.
Okay.
Does that trigger? No, probably not. Sneak attack. Okay, so
no, it does not.
second attack.
16 will hit.
That is going to be 11 psychic damage. And I will burn another one to do 1d8 plus 3 more.
Okay.
What do your psychic daggers look like?
I think they look like hooked blades. Like it's got like a curve, almost like a tooth of a great beast. And there's like a single serrated, jag along the top of the back.
I love that your answer was about form when I was thinking, like, what color are they? Are they transparent?
Both
They
blades
are
hit.
rainbow daggers.
Rainbow daggers. 2 rainbow daggers impact this guy and blow him off his feet. He is not moving. Doesn't look like he's going to get back up.
Okay.
Made a rainbow connection.
So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Very pointed.
Move 3 more.
rainbow
1, 2,
connection.
3. I will move up here, and then that'll be the end of my turn, unless I can see another target.
You can see the targets up on the top floor, up on the 4th floor.
How far away are they from me?
From you at this point, let's say about 60 feet.
Okay,
Oh,
then
and there was the one that Rogar was engaging with, who's sort of withdrawn, who's kind of backing away from the fight, who's on the far right, number 5.
Number 5. Let's take a crack shot at the guy at the top. Why not? Because it's
Do it.
fun. I'm gonna do a dart with sharpshooter, and then I'm gonna try to add the bless to it, and hopefully it'll hit.
Okay, there's a guy.
Okay, that's not gonna hit.
Okay, there's
It's
not
a
gonna.
5.
There's 2 of them. There's one with a longbow and one with a crossbow, and the thing sails right between the 2 of them.
It's cool.
Okay.
Rogar is the only person that saw that happen. He's very understanding.
Yeah, that's true. It is Rogar's turn now.
Oh, right. All right. Where did Rogar go?
Rogar's
Down
there.
there.
He's in the middle of the floor, the middle of the road.
Oh, there he is. Okay. That's just weird, but I'm having a little bit of problem with roll 20. Anyway, let's see. I didn't see any bad guys. Where are they positioned? They're
Well, there's 5 who's sort of disengaging from the battle, and there's the 2 people up on the top floor.
Okay.
Oh, and you can also see through the open door. Oh, actually, no, never mind. That person is now a next person. So
Right.
expand it.
Well, right. They've got the two wee bastards on the roof who are shooting things at
Yes.
you, right? So they're still there. Okay.
Yeah, one with the longbow, one with the crossbow.
All right. I will cast. I'll start sending my hammer that way, but it's not going to get there this turn because it only moves 20 feet, I think. I'll shoot a sacred flame up at.
Oh, okay.
It's just a cantrip, so yeah. Feel Sharinlar's sacred flame and shoot back at the crossbow person who hit me.
Okay.
And let's see. Oh, they do a dex save.
Oh, well, not his finest stat, but let's give it a shot, shall we?
Excellent.
Dex.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, a 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, the dwarf doesn't seem to have any ranged weapons, and I think we're fine up here. What do you think? Yeah.
Right, so
Firebolt
it's
through his head.
okay. 9 points.
Oh, well, he's still alive.
Right. I try to hit him like in the chest or whatever, and
Okay.
and what I say, not feeling so hot about your choices now, are you? And
Oh, the pun hurt worse than the firebolt.
Yeah. Is that psychic damage?
and then I'll go ahead and no, you know what? I'll stay right here boldly in the center of the road and make myself a nice, easy target to distract them.
Okay. Well, that's good, because he's going to shoot the crossbow at you.
Oh, okay.
And he will hit a 20.
Whoa.
That hits me.
Okay. So, he pings you for 2 whole points of damage.
Okay. I'll shrug it off and I'll say, "Oh, that's the best you got."
It is not the best. Actually, it probably is the best he got.
You never say that to the bad guys, right? Because they're
never
like,
do.
"No, actually," and then lightning or something, right? But,
And the longbow guy misses, but you're definitely holding their attention. Inside, things are a little more interesting. Let's see. Do we still have... We have the one person back there at the back who has parts of his friend on him. After having been exploded by the weird pixie thing.
We should name that.
The sisters do work. That's what I'm saying.
You know what? I'm just going to
Come up with a name for my weird red cap.
Please do.
Stabby McStabber person?
Stabby
Oh,
McStabby.
don't do that. Try a little
Okay,
harder.
Okay. I'm not the DM tonight, okay?
Um,
Blood, 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 blood,
blood, blood, blood.
blood, 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 blood. That's what a red cap wants. Blood, 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 blood.
Let's see. This is, well, actually, this might be Albert who's back there, honestly. Let's see if he actually runs, if he bolts. Because he might have decided that this is not the fortuitous thing he wanted to be doing with his life. Let's give him just a wisdom save, shall we? Okay, he's going to stick around. That's actually probably the inverse of what a wisdom save would do. He's going to attack with a quarterstaff. And
Bucket a quarter staff.
we'll actually crit the quarterstaff.
Oh my
Wait,
goodness.
Who's attacking? What?
The last guy back there with the horses is attacking.
Oh, he's attacking the red cap. Okay,
Red cap. Yeah.
that's not a
Blood,
red cap.
bloody blood.
I'm not doing that, guys.
I
Okay,
know.
so and he crit.
We're going to call him David. David the red cap. And David the red cap is going to get whacked mightily with a stick.
Okay. That hits. Obviously,
yes.
he critted.
Yeah. So let's give it a 2d6.
And by night he
Okay.
is the Crimson
Oh wow!
Chapeau.
Minimum damage. He just.
Oh
it's-
wow.
He made the wisdom check. He's not panicked, but he does kind of squeal a little bit as he like ah, and just sort of taps him with the quarterstaff. It was a critical tap.
Yeah.
Critical tap.
Roll
critical-
double
it was-
ones on damage.
It was double ones, 3 points, 3 massive points of damage. It's embarrassing. Albert is not cut out for the bandit life, is what I'm saying. Okay, however, up on the second floor, where Sturge has decided to become somewhat of a pest.
Yep.
Mountain Fang is going to go and poke his head out the window to see where you went. And hey, you are still kind of in range. So,
You want to second floor map?
yes, let me move to the second floor map. Nope. He moves to the window. He looks out and sees you there. Has decided to make an example of you. Please give me a dex save.
Ooh, interesting.
Um,
I'm going to go ahead and foresee this one as a really good roll. An 18. So 18 plus, my dex is actually, I have a 8 dex bonus, save bonus, so it's going to be a 25.
okay.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Holy cow.
So a cone of cold goes off,
Damn!
Oh.
and if I'm
Oh.
not everyone here is a chump. I'm sorry to tell you. That's 8d8, and you're only going to take half of it.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Plus-
Okay.
Reaction, absorb elements. So I'll take
Okay.
half of half.
When did you
Okay.
get that?
I've had that film for a while, actually.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm excited.
He cast it,
When
he
did you get
cast it-
that?
He cast it a number of sessions ago.
Suddenly,
Well, obviously, I wasn't
How
paying
many of
attention.
us? How many of us see this cone of cold?
everyone outside, actually, because of the angle of it, even Sarshan's going to see a little bit of it frosting the tips of those people up front.
Well,
But
Probably frost spreads across the floor above me.
yeah, a little bit. But
Ah.
Rogar definitely sees it, and yeah, actually, everyone out
comes my
front is
beer.
going to see it. So let me roll the damage on this first. That's 36. So half of that is 18. Half of that is 9. So you take 9 points of cold damage.
Wait, I have cunning. No, never mind.
One reaction at a time.
Cunning warmth.
Okay, 9.
Let me take a look at the front of the map here. Oh, you know what? Do you know who else gets caught in that? Rogar.
Oh
No.
man.
Give me a deck save.
All right.
Oh, actually, you know what? The building's going to block that. You're going to miss that.
Okay.
Oh
Cone
good.
of Cold's not going to wrap around that, so you're going to miss out on that.
I mean, in plate
Moving
armor, I would have had
down.
cones of cold for sure if that had hit.
Well, actually, it's Rogar. You were just on the edge of it anyway. Nala was probably the biggest risk of getting hit. But yeah, it gets shorn off by the building. You see the frost and such. But yeah, it misses you.
Ooh.
You're in the
That's
shadow
kind
of
of
it.
pretty, actually. It's like all glittery. And,
Yeah, you're kind of getting a little rainbow coming through the frost in it now.
well, the cherry trees and the frost. It's quite nice here, actually. Sorry,
Yes.
go ahead.
It's
all
lovely.
of
I
us
wouldn't want to
who-
spend a summer here.
All of us who see the Cone of Gold, is there something that we can roll to try to like identify what might have been the origin of it? Because I don't know.
You have
Well, never
suspicions.
mind. Yeah.
I mean, it's Cone of Cold's a traditional spell for some spellcasters, so it's possible their leader's a spellcaster.
Totally reasonable.
Did I hear some words?
You did not hear words. Do you want to give me a, well, let's say, a nature check, maybe?
All right.
Arcana? Whichever you're feeling comfortable with.
Oh, I rolled a nature. It's just a 9.
Okay. Yeah, you're not. That's not natural. This went from a milk run to, oh crap, one of these guys is a psycho, and you
Yeah.
just found out which one it is. So that's fun.
So previously,
useful.
when you were mentioning that this building was all wood, I feel like since if noticing this might get slightly concerned because Sargent has a tendency to burn buildings down. But now I'm like, this is a plus.
Keep the fire
Okay.
in line.
We have our
Yeah.
4s now.
It's okay.
Let's start with up on the top, shall we? Move the map over there. Okay. I think.
So I had Artemisia over at the side, the west
Yeah.
side.
I don't think I put
Whatever
your. I
window
don't think I
that
put
was.
your token up there. So moving it now.
Well, and you may not need to move it. I was thinking, if she can pinpoint where the cone of cold came from, she's gonna float down to that level.
Okay.
But like go after that guy.
Yeah,
So-
that was the second floor. You're
Yeah.
pretty sure it was the second floor.
Yeah, so she's gonna float down to see if she can see into the second floor.
Yes, you can see into the second floor from here.
Okay. Because there's no need to use chain lightning on mooks.
It's so fun.
Not as much. Not as much as you would think.
Every all practice is valuable.
So if she can line it up, what she would like to do is get a view into the second floor and go have it begin at the guy who looks like he's where the cone of cold came from, and then jump to anybody else that she can see. And maybe she can't see other people, but she definitely wants to get at least the first guy.
Yeah, that should not be a problem. You've got enough movement to do that.
Okay.
Hey, more raiders.
Hey, welcome Raiders.
Hey, you missed the cone of cold.
Oh, it's Vancouver by night.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, that's significant damage.
Yeah, and it's
Oh
plus
my
a few
goodness.
more, so that's plus 6, so
Wow.
65.
God, chain lightning is so good.
Okay, so 65 points.
Yep.
Is there a save on that one? There's
Yeah,
I was going to say there should be.
dex save 17.
We'll see if it matters. His dex is not the best, but you never know. Dun, 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 dun. 22 dex save.
Oh
Okay,
my
so-
goodness.
Half damage.
Okay. Half of 65 being 32. Okay. Wow. he felt
No,
that.
you don't belong on this stream. This is not the math channel. Sorry. you did that way too quick, Nate.
Simple math is what I can do. If you start bringing in algebraic equations, I can get lost pretty fast. Okay, and that jumps to the other person down there too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could jump to more, but since there's only other one.
Only other one.
person- Yeah.
We're talking about the chain.
She practically explodes. She
Oh man.
she had 17 hit points. Doesn't matter if she was going to make it or not. If she made her save or not.
Messy results tonight.
But
I
But
would not want to
effective.
have to clean this shrine after.
no one's going to have to. You're going to have to burn the shrine down and deny all knowledge of having been here. Okay, back at the horses.
Okay.
See
So
what you got.
okay. So that guy's a caster, so Armor of Agathis, as much as I was planning to cast it, maybe it would be better for me to go ahead. Can I see the guy who shot the cone cold off from where I'm at?
No, not from where you
No.
are.
Okay, is it possible? Because we're on a different layer, and I'm on a different layer from him. Is it
Yeah,
possible
you
for
more
me
heard it than saw it. So
yeah, is it possible for me to move down the side and see where he's at, or is the roof blocking him?
The roof's blocking him a little bit, and he only partially leaned out the window enough to get a shot, so he's going to be obscured no matter what you do from here.
All right, I will just work on cleanup back here, and I will go ahead since I'm holding concentration for David.
David the red cap.
I'll go ahead and aim at Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
The other guy.
Okay.
So
That'll hit.
Okay, and I actually do. No, show me how many I get. Why is it not telling me? Hang on a second. I have to argue with my thing. 3. So I think I have to roll that each one separately, right?
Eldritch Blast?
Each
Eric
blast.
makes me roll them separately.
Each blast
Yeah.
is a separate roll, yeah.
Yeah, make them separate.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's 3 of them. 25, 14, and 14.
Okay, and you're firing them at the Kona. You're moving down to fire them at the Kona Cold guy.
No, you
the
thought
other
that
guy.
I couldn't hit the Kona Cold guy.
I didn't think so either, but I was just
Okay, I was
sure
aiming
that-
at the horse guy. I figured
The
I'd
horse
just take
guy.
care of this.
Yeah.
And then we'll move inside.
You take care of that. Let's get some damage. You're gonna hit all 3 times.
Okay, cool.
Oof.
So 1, 2, 3. I have to switch windows.
So that's
So
28,
35.
35. 35 over his 17 hit points.
Oh, nice.
Loaded the dudes.
You let fire through Eldritch Blast, and the smoke clears. There's a pair of smoking boots standing there next to the horses. The horses are freaked. The horses are freaked out. The horses do not care for this at all.
Especially if
Well,
they smell the
let's-
horse meat on your breath. I mean, just saying.
Well,
That is-
Cecilia wasn't eating.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I ate some.
Oh, well,
It
good.
would be rude not to.
Guys, all
Sarshan.
shaming me for not being wolfy enough. Oh, hang on, because David gets
Oh.
to go now.
Oh, that's right. Well, what's David gonna do besides pick his jaw up off the floor?
Well, I'm gonna like kind of jerk a thumb towards the building. So David has a move speed of 40, and then he can do a face step of 30. Is that at all
You're about-
possible to get up to the second floor?
You're about 150 feet away from the
Okay.
back of the building now.
Then I'm gonna have David head towards the building. And I
Okay.
didn't want to go all the way up to the horse guy because I have 120-foot range on my Eldritch Blast, and I don't see
Yeah.
any need to get up close and personal
Yeah.
with that.
No, that's best done from a
I don't need
distance.
to. I don't need to get to know the guy before I blow him up.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair. You know, he might have been a lovely conversationalist. Now we'll never know.
Right? And I don't need that right now.
Now he's in a lovely conversation piece. Okay, so full sprint of 40 gets 120. Get you pretty close to the building.
I'll just use his. I guess if he doesn't have an action, can he just move twice?
Yeah, the
And then
move
he's up.
of...
He could be up next to me.
Okay, yeah, put him up next to you. I'll allow
Okay.
it. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, Nala. Oh, no, sorry. Sarshan. You're inside the building.
Okay, so there's stuff going on the second floor.
Yeah, you saw some frost from a cone of cold upstairs.
Okay, are there like openings between the floorboards that I can see through and Missy step up there, or do I have to go
No,
up the
you're gonna have to
stairs?
go up the stairs.
All right, I'm gonna run up the stairs. So, yeah, I figured it would be that.
Yeah.
All right, that's 20 feet to get to the stairs. And then I have 15 more feet of movement.
Mhm.
So does that put me at the top of the stairs?
That puts you at the top of the stairs. I will move you onto that other map.
Okay.
Come on.
And then what I do from there depends on what I see.
Got it. Okay. Second floor. Ladies' lingerie. Refrigerators.
Loady dudes.
Scary dudes.
Lots of blood stains.
That lightning was pretty cauterized pretty quickly. Actually, do you want to give me a perception check?
Just a smoldering corpse.
Yeah, do you want to give me a perception check? And
Oh, I rolled persuasion. What is
yes, you did.
that?
Not that game, Eric.
All right.
Not that
well,
game.
I just got an 11, so the
Okay.
air is filled with smoke and stuff. It's
There's
not
ozone and
easy.
ozone. Few smells, and it's there's a guy, sort of long hair. You can sort of see his abs. He's definitely been working out. And you can definitely see it because it's lightning burned away part of his upper tunic, holding a glaive. And he was actually got hit him in the back. So he's turning towards the window as you're coming up the stairs. It looks like you've got his full attention. He may even blame the lightning bolt on you. You don't know.
Uh-huh.
When lightning leaves such cool scars too. It's
Yeah.
sort of like dendritic kind of thing. So probably
Okay.
some on the walls and
Yeah.
some on the dude.
Fiend, you shall face me, and I will bestow upon him my Hexblade's curse.
Okay.
And,
Something about the outline he left in the charred wall looks weird.
Okay. And I don't think I could realistically get over to him, so I'm going to.
I have a guess. I don't want to type in the chat.
As to what this creature is,
Yes.
same.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, feel free to speak out loud. It's not gonna change what you're dealing with.
I would have
That's
seen it
true.
was a creature, hey?
All right.
I love the
I'm
idea that
going
it's a
That's what I
polymorph
think.
white
cast-
dragon and it's Artemisia's new boyfriend.
Oh, it's got good abs. It's yeah.
I'm going to cast.
I'm gonna get
Control
That's your
Duel
type!
on him.
I'm sorry I lightning bolted you.
He looks a little bit like
It's cute. You
looks a little bit
lightning
like
bolt
lightning
him.
from,
he cone
from-
of colds you.
oh,
Wow.
he looks a little bit like lightning from Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay, I cast Compelled Duel on him.
Sparks fly
Okay.
between
You will face me and no one else, Fiend. So he makes a Wisdom saving throw. Yes, just a Wisdom saving throw right now.
Okay, well, let's see how that works. 12. Hey,
No,
guess
that's
that's
below
not gonna
my
happen.
DC. My DC is 16. Okay, so he is caught by the enchantment,
Yes.
and I put it in the Roll20 what it does.
Okay,
So basically,
he's going to kill you now.
yeah, he should attack me rather than anyone else.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that.
Okay.
You're playing a support character. I can go hog wild on you.
What? We're
Nala.
taking it easy on everyone. Oh no.
It's nice to have a little baker's dozen of ords of norms with one scary person mixed into the mix.
All good.
Yeah.
Nala, you are up.
Okay, so I think first Nala's going to communicate with everybody that she can that whatever cast this Cone of Cold did so without any words. So this means this is either like a sorcerer of some sort or some sort of creature. I have a guess as to what the creature is, but Nala
Who's
does not
doing
know. So what targets can Nala currently see?
You can see the two people up in the tower, basically in the bell tower. The two snipers.
And their distance from me is 60 feet?
Their distance is 60 feet.
Okay. The first
Johnny
thing
Crossbow and Johnny Longbow.
Nice. First thing she's going to do is use her bonus action to activate Steady Aim. And then she's going to try once again to throw a dart with Sharpshooter on at one of them.
Oh, that'll hit.
Whoa! I did not even need that Steady Aim.
Right in the eye.
Which one did you want, the longbow or the crossbow?
Whichever one was on the left.
That'd be the crossbow.
We go left to right.
That works for me. I do too. Okay, crossbow. So if I'm reading that damage right, that's a lot.
I do get the sneak attack because I gave myself advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
So
yeah. The psychic
33.
Yeah. He sort of disappears from view. Just his head snaps back and he's gone.
Okay, with the second attack, she's going to attempt the same without advantage on the one to the right.
Okay, this is the longbow.
17 to hit.
That will hit.
That is going to be just 18 damage, but I'm going to burn a psychic dice as well to deal additional 11 force. So 29.
29. That takes him down. Barely, but it takes him down.
Nice.
He was the second in command, number 10.
Okay.
Boom. He's
Are there
down.
any more?
You saw the one who was backed away from Rogar's hammer of love and is backing even further now. Like they're like, nope, nope, I don't know these people. They offered me a sandwich if I went along with them. I had my sandwich, it wasn't even that good. I am going back to college and pursuing chartered accountancy.
Nala's going to turn around to Rogar and then give him like a thumbs up. Like, good job, you turned him onto the right track in life. And then she's going to
Raise Sharon-Lar.
she's going to wheel into the building, and then as she approaches the stairs, the combat wheelchair lifts slightly off the ground and then floats up the stairs.
Cool. Awesome.
That's it.
That moves us to 13. Sturge.
Okay, let's see that map.
Move you to the map.
Sturge senses that his chance to score a hit on this guy is quickly dwindling.
Yep. Yeah, he's kind of he poked out to blast at you, but now he's back inside the room, so you have to move to him.
And he just heard Sorshin say, "Come at me, fiend," and he knows what that means. So Sturge is going to move. Whoa, I can't move him anymore. Oh, that's my bad. Sorry. Okay. He's going to get to this window and peek in. And is the guy facing me, or is he facing the other way?
He's facing Sarshan.
So I could go through this window and sneak attack him? Like that?
Yeah, you can sneak attack him. He's
Okay.
technically engaged.
Okay. So booming Mr. Whippy, and this time I'm not gonna leave it to chance. I'm going to foresee this roll.
Nice.
Because I just, so this is my last chance to get a piece of this guy. So I'm gonna roll an 11, and he has a +9 to hit. So
I will hit.
yeah, so great, he hits. Here's the damage. Okay. What do I got? I can't see. There we go. Okay, so 16
Plus 7.
23.
Sneak attack, 23.
23.
Okay. So he's still up.
Okay.
But there's some added information for Sarshan that he looks a little healthier than he did 6 seconds ago.
Oh, I know. Yes, this is okay. I'm just gonna. I don't even know where to type it. I'm just gonna type it for the chat. How
As
about
though
that?
his wounds are regenerating, shall we say?
You might think that. You might say that. Rogar.
Wait, I'm not
Wait,
done.
again.
Wait.
Oh, you're not done. Sorry.
I'm not done.
Gotta do the
that's-
surge
Third is
special.
never done.
I gotta
Got
disengage.
multi-step attacks.
And then I am going to I'm going to I don't have any more movement, so I'm going to bamf over here. Like that.
Okay.
And cringe.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, crouch.
Crouch. Okay, got it.
I like cringe better.
Yeah. Now we've got Rogar.
Yeah.
Oh god, I can't see my little figure on there, but I'm.
Oh, sorry. You're on the ground level, so we move map over again.
Oh,
Boom.
that's
There we
fine.
are.
Oh, okay. So they're all upstairs.
They're Nala's still ground floor, but everyone else is pretty much upstairs at this point.
But the only real bad person
Oh.
Is upstairs.
is upstairs. All right. All right. Okay. Well, I guess I kind of really do much from where I'm at. So
I'm going to move Sturge off of this map because he's upstairs.
Let's see. Well, I guess I can, go inside. I'm starting to feel a little worried about Jaff. Like, there's people running off and doing stuff like that. So I'm half torn. Like, go check on Jeff. Say, how are you doing? Because he's like hanging from a tree. Like, you okay? But then also I hear still like some oof and fiend, I got you inside the. So, right. I guess I'll go inside.
Okay.
And so I think I can go a massive 25 feet.
Yeah, if you want to sprint, you can get a 50 on it.
Oh, right. Okay, let's do that. Let's just, sprint. I'm a sprint.
Okay, yeah, you can
Morph sprint. And
yeah, that'll get you pretty far.
Does that get me upstairs where I can see?
That'll get you onto the stairs,
Okay.
but not quite all the way up. You can, from where you are,
Aye.
you can see. Let's move this over to the second thing.
Jump up on the stairs and see. Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
You can see Sarshan kind of at the top of the stairs,
Aye.
provoking a duel with someone off to the left who is sort of not visible to you at this point.
Okay.
Because you're not all the way up. You're just below floor level.
Okay. We're up the stairs. How are we doing? That's what I'll say. And
That is yet to be decided.
I guess that's my turn. And
Okay.
I'll drag the hammer of love. Well, you know what? I'll probably just recast it. It probably better than trying to get it to catch up. But
Yeah.
I'll drag. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna quite make it. So, well, no, I'll drag it. So 20 feet, and
Okay.
it can come in through the upper window or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't kind of follow me through the stairs. So
It'll make a beeline for you.
okay, like Thor, I'll summon my hammer, and so yeah.
Zooming in on you. Okay.
Cool.
So, a provoked duel, eh? Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Especially since the glaive has some reach. We're going to do that from there. And Mountain Fang moves in on you and is going to pop you with the glaive twice. Try
Excellent.
to, at least. Well, one's a crit.
Wow.
Okay.
It's okay,
Let's
I can take some hits.
Yeah, that's good. Let's see. So that's a crit. 1d10 plus 4. Double.
Ying ying in the chat.
Sorry. I hate these things because they're so awesome, in a bad way.
Okay, 16 points to Zarshan. As the one glaive blade bites in to your shoulder and then swings around and then glances off your armor. Okay.
I don't wear armor. I have a barrier tattoo.
Oh, bounces off your barrier tattoo. That was its turn.
Where is your barrier tattoo?
It's all across my back.
Oh, tramp stamp barrier tattoo. Cool. Is it?
Yeah, it's very high, but it tramps down.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
If you look at it very closely, it resembles ravens in flight, mostly.
Okay.
Rightly now that I'm using it. So.
We are at our number 4s. From Yep, go for it. Who wants
It's
to go first?
Artemisia. She's Dexier.
Yeah, Artemisia.
Oh.
Okay, Artemisia's going first.
Yeah, well, Only got the one chain lightning, got plenty of lightning bolts. So she's gonna try to line up through the window so that the path misses Sturge.
Okay.
And it's convenient that he's farther back from Sargent, so Sargent's not in danger. It's great.
Hey, that works out.
Previously, Artemisia's lightning bolt has had some friendly fire. Or
Yeah, but Song's not here to
Sturge
give her the
refused to
nod,
move.
so-
It is not a fight until lightning bolt catches someone accidentally.
So she's going to cast at 5th level. 'Cause
Nice.
why not pile on the damage while we can?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Well, he's failing his deck save, so that's fun.
Oh. Oh, I know what to do. Oh shit.
so there's an extra 3, so 35.
Okay. He is still up, but he is very unhappy about it. We'll see if he can make it to the next turn to get the heck out of here.
That is how I feel all the time, Mr. Oni, that we're not saying Oni. Mountain
Yeah.
Fang. That's his name. Or
Mountain Fang. I love naming monsters, like David. Okay.
I am keeping that.
I am fine with that. That's
There's
my
a
legacy.
David in the chat that is delighted that he shares a name with my weird not a red cap.
Hey, Cecilia.
Can I Misty step up to this floor? It's 30
Sure.
feet.
Yeah.
Okay, because I 100% believe that she heard Sarshan say, "Fight me, fiend," because Sarshan doesn't have volume control.
No.
And so she's
Sarshan
very
is an Eric
concerned.
character. There is no volume control.
Mm-mm.
Eric goes to 11.
Ah!
Okay, so she's gonna bounce up here.
Mhm.
And there's no way for her to know that it's healing itself.
Not really.
No,
So
not
she
yet.
wouldn't. I
noticed that, but I didn't
somebody should mention it to her because I'm not gonna do chill touch just because. Is this all open? Is this an open stairwell, or is that like a?
Yes, that is actually. You know what? That should be open. That makes sense. It would make sense that that is open.
Because this would be maybe potentially a wonderful time to see if infestation will knock him off. No, let's just Eldritch Blast him. Because I Misty Step. Oh no, but that's still a cantrip. Never mind. Anyway, here we go. 1, 2. Why are you rolling in here? Why are you doing that for me?
I don't know.
It's D&D Beyond is rolling here and there. Did it roll 3
Huh.
or did it just roll 2?
I see 2. I see a 15 and a 21.
Okay,
Ooh,
well my
nice.
third one,
Wow.
did it go through? I crit it. I was like,
Yes.
this one's gonna
Yes.
have to be, and
They all went through.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Well,
Beautiful.
All right, how many of those are damagey?
15 will miss, but the 21 and 30 will definitely hit.
All right, 1, 2. You don't do any. Do you do things? You don't do things for crits, or do you?
I do what for crits?
Do you do weird damage for crits?
No, for
Okay.
massive damage, I do descriptive things. Nothing weird.
All right, cool. So 13, 8. It's late. 21 damage.
You had 20 points left, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Oh, David didn't get a help.
Out of the wheels over the railing, falls to the ground, and between the second and first floor, he shifts into a 12-foot tall, blue-skinned, horned Oni,
Whoa.
and just smash! Floor crumples around him.
Cool.
Oh,
That was
yeah, yeah.
unexpected.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we gotta ask Rafe about that.
Yeah, I think Nala immediately sends, wait, did we ever check Rafe?
What did you guys do with Rafe?
No,
He's hanging from a tree upside down about 800 yards back.
Okay.
By the way, when Mountain Fang crashes through the floor, you find the bodies of 7 Cormyr guards and a small chest with 10,000 gold pieces in it.
Conundrum.
We're gonna take that.
Wow. Yeah, let's go check on Rafe.
And properly care for the poor dead guards too, of course.
Of course.
They're technically buried in
can
a
I-
temple of Torm. That seems cared for.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Maybe we should just burn it like a pyre.
There you go.
We did kind of desecrate it a bit with a lot of blood, didn't we?
Can Nala roll something to see what she knows about Onis?
Sure. Give me a, I don't know, nature would work. Arcana, I'll count Arcana as well, but nature's probably your best
Oh,
bet.
do nature.
That's a dead Oni. When it's dead, it returns to its natural form, but it can shapeshift into a normal-sized or small-sized humanoid creature, or a giant, large-sized humanoid creature. But yeah,
Are Onis a kind of giant? Or are
they are a
like...
kind of giant. Yeah.
Well, so Rogar
Yeah.
doesn't feel terrible. That is...
Nala's now concerned about Rafe.
Yeah.
All right, we should go see where Rafe is.
Definitely want to search this thing. Does that have jewelry or anything on it?
Yeah, actually, he does. He has a nice gold medallion around his neck.
I'm sure that has no magical charm on it whatsoever.
I'll look at
It doesn't. It's just
okay.
ornamental.
But we
Okay.
should
Tacky
still.
necklace, Sturge.
It's shaped like a monkey's hand. It's a golden monkey hand, sort of pendants about the
I mean,
size of a toddler's
This is
fist.
right up Sturge's alley.
yeah.
I'm
for
gonna
She
sure.
wants it
say
so bad now.
it's not magical, but it's very you.
Yeah.
What do you think? I like tacky things.
Oh.
Miss, you have you're. I feel like your hand situation is now a
well,
mark.
That's a good point.
It's just asking for a new nickname.
Yeah.
Belatedly,
we should take
Sarshan
it for
looks over the ledge.
The value of the gold. I mean, tacky stuff, you just don't feel bad when you melt it down.
That's
so.
true.
You do have kind of a
Where
monkey's paw
I think it was
relationship
rather
with
usually
magic.
Crazy.
Yeah, the things. I mean, if you melt it down for gold, you'd probably get, I don't know, about 10 golds worth out of it. It's not that big, but for artisanal value, it's probably worth closer to 100.
Oh, well.
Hmm.
There we go. We
It's
take
well
it,
made.
we sell it.
Well,
Aye. We'll
great.
check on Raf.
We've gone
Okay.
a little bit overboard, so in terms of time, we're
Yeah.
later than usual. So, Nate, why don't you wrap us up with some
I'll
epilogue?
I'll wrap you
Stuff?
up real quick. By the time you go back to check on Rafe, you find he is gone. He's
Yeah.
been cut down. Probably by the one person who absconded to start a better life, ran across him in the woods. Who knows? They may wind up back in Westgate married. You never know. He does,
Rogar will have done his job.
My job here is done. Aye.
but he is gone. But you at least have the gold that you were supposed to exchange him for. Cormyr might be angry that the person that they were supposed to be getting for their money does not come back, and all their guards are dead.
Well,
I
at least
mean-
his information doesn't go
Yeah.
to them
There is
now.
that.
Yeah, the information
we-
does not go to them.
Can we I'm not saying I want to chop an Oni's head off and stick it in a bag of holding, but if we brought them the Oni head, would they understand the situation?
You could make that case. You could definitely make. You can definitely be
We'll
persuasive. to
just
make that
send a
case.
letter. We'll be like, I don't know why I'm texting, because apparently that's how you do it in the realms.
That's how you
That's-
cast that
I'm
spell.
tired.
That's how you cast a sending spell.
Yes.
That's the somatic component.
I like it.
Sending.
I'll be honest, Rogar is slightly tempted to also send, and we saw that priest of Abathor sniffing around the chest of gold. Like, you know,
Yeah, but
But-
Rooker's a terrible liar.
it's
The worst
true.
there.
And he'd feel really guilty like 3
Be
minutes.
like, we tried to return your guy, an Oni ate him, and also your gold.
Yes.
You know, however you want to sell this to the masses,
I have a really good persuasion.
that is Eric's puzzle. That's Eric's puzzle to solve.
Great.
Puzzle.
So,
if you want to give some sort of weird magical effect to the monkey paw charm, I'm okay with that too. But it's
You know I will.
I know you will. Who knows? Maybe it's cursed.
it would not be hard to track these suckers down in like run them down. If you guys all turn wolf, you could run those guys down. And
Maybe.
yeah,
Oh, let them leave. I truly believe
Anyway,
they were
you
on a
know-
path to a better life.
uh,
you know what, y'all? That's all the time we have for tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nate. That was cool.
This
I'm
has
glad
been
you guys
Nate
are there.
Crowder guest DMing
Hey.
for us. Check him out on Twitter. That'll give you links to his socials and such. Support his Patreon to read some great superhero fiction.
Yep.
It's just at Nate Crowder, like a crow, and then a DER.
We have
on
a
Twitter.
wonderful Nate command
We-
that I will just tap. Wait, I'm typing it into Roll20.
We do have a wonderful Nate command.
While
We
they're
also have a
doing
wonderful
that-
question
Oh,
for Nate
okay.
from the chat.
Okay.
So you have to tell everybody when Rafe escaped, somebody cut him down.
Yes.
Are the shackles there?
No.
Ah, it's a
Alright.
no.
So everybody who voted yes, he was gonna escape with the shackles. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You saw it coming.
Yep.
Yeah. It's gonna take him some while to get out of those.
Yeah.
And,
What do we
and
do?
my guardian of faith is still standing there, probably like,
He's safe. No one hurt him.
nobody,
Uh.
yep. Nobody attacked.
I think Nala was just afraid that he was also an Oni, so the fact that someone had to cut him out is okay.
Well, good.
No, he was just a bastard. So
Okay.
he's out there in the world now. You're welcome.
All right, everyone. Thanks, Nate. I've been Eric Scott to be the usual DM. We'll be starting season 2 next week.
Yeah.
So make sure you don't miss it. Take it away, Aaron.
I'm Aaron M. Evans. Check out our sponsors, Idle Champions of Forgotten Realms at idlechampions.com, and check out their cool shows on twitch.tv/CNE Games, including Champions of Lore Monday at 11 Pacific, and Idle Champions presents The Unfair Seas starting at 4 o'clock Pacific, 4 p.m. Pacific. Don't come at 4 a.m.
No.
I've been Rhiannon Held. Thank you to our moderators. I believe earlier tonight I saw both Shay and Seldrine. Seldrine has power again. Yay! And also Maya.
Yay.
Nice.
Oh, speaking of Doug, thank you for cheering for us. Oh my god, 1,000 bits. Hi, I'm Yang Yang Wang. Normally I would talk about the charity of the week here, but this week we have a charity that is near and dear to Nate's heart. So Nate, do you want to talk about this charity?
My charity is feedingamerica.org. They're a network of 200 food banks around the country. They do direct help in getting aid to people who desperately need it, especially in this economy right now. Even if it's just donating food or donating a few dollars to help them get by during tough times, it's a great place to give your dollars.
Cool.
Yeah, so check them out. The link is below, or some information was just posted in the chat.
Okay.
I'm Stephen Merlino. You can also find our past videos on our YouTube channel, linked on our Twitch page below. Be sure to click the subscribe button to support us and the bell to get notified as we add new content.
And I'm Rainey Henderson. Hashtag Idle Spampions. The adventure continues over on our Discord. Come on and join us. Hang out. We'll do stream chat. We'll talk about hobbies and games and books and writing and all kinds of fun stuff. And you can also check out our website for profiles on our characters, our players, NPCs, recaps of past videos, and lots of other cool stuff. And we've got some awesome realms-inspired fiction over on the Discord too. So as noted, we're all authors, including a couple of Forgotten Realms authors. So that's something very cool that you can find over on our Discord. So season 2 next week. Hope to see you there, and until then, stay scrawly.